What's up, everybody? I know it's kind of late, but I had to get some sleep, and then also I had to wash all the travel off of me. But I'm back home, happy to be back. But of course, I got to give you guys some kind of content before the end of the year. Let's get into it, y'all. Y'all, I really hate that my ring light is broken, but what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Joe AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? What's up, everybody? Do we have anybody in the chat? Oh, I finally see. I was like, damn, where the hell is the chat? What's up, Prissy? What's up, Vanita? What's up, Queen Studio 5 Fitness? What's up, Keisha? What's up, Jackie? What's up, Danielle? What's up, Victoria? What's up? Is it Sag is age, or is it Sag I Sage? I don't know, but either way, welcome. What's up, ha ha ha? What's up, everybody? Marlon, Yvette, Veronica, Millie, Libra. Thank you. No respect for the East Coast. I know, like I said, I had to take a shower, get some rest, like because my flight was at 9, so I had to wake up early in the morning to get to the airport and everything like that. In the Vegas airport, um, I don't like the way they do theirs, but in 2025, I prayed that I will only be taking first class flights from here on out. No more Southwest for me. So speaking it into existence. What's up, Ariel? Shout out to everybody coming in the room. I see y'all. Anyway, so I know there's been this conversation about Jag allegedly got 300,000. Shout out to the Star Report. Um, do I believe it? No. And the reason why I don't believe that she got 300K is because she still looks broke. Yeah. Mhm. If she got 300K, she'd look a little better, right? I mean, if I got 300K, trust me, if I got 300K, I would move out my uncle's house like you guys always. Y'all always be getting on me. What's up, Michelle? I would move out my uncle's house, like I always like to say. Um, but yeah, like, I don't believe she got 300K. She still look broke. Does anybody believe that she actually got 300K? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe she got 300K. Put a 2 in the chat, no. Right, Millie? Right, Jackie? Libra? Yeah, like, I was all like, she still look broke. No, I don't. You know, because remember, what's up, Love Jones? Remember she was saying that she got 45 million in the bank and all that stuff? She ain't got no 45 million in the bank. Oh, well, excuse me. A bank overseas. Yeah, she ain't got no money overseas. She ain't got it overseas. She ain't got money in seas. The in the Atlantic, Pacific, the Indian Ocean. No seas, no ocean. She ain't got no money, y'all. The lady is broke. Like there. I'm like, nah, she ain't got no money. Now, what's up, Bama girl? Now, the person who I believe who got the money is whatchamacallit, Odell or Wolfgang, whatever you want to call him. Now, I believe pocketing the money and putting it in his name, and then she ain't getting none of that money. She get a cash allowance. Now, if we want to talk about that, I believe that. But her getting paid off by Jay-Z, no. And another thing you got to think about too, she's already said the worst things already about him. There's nothing else that she could say further to where Jay-Z would be quote unquote worried about. You know, there would be wrong 82. You're short a million. Oh, it's 46 million. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, um, I no. She's already said the worst things about Jay-Z. Like, there's nothing else that he would be quote unquote worried about that she could say. She already said that he held a GUN to her and told her to sing, had a cutter with a box cutter. What else? Got her pregnant and then she had to get a smorgasbord. Um, what more could she say, you guys, where Jay-Z would be like, oh, we gotta shut this lady up. We gotta shut her up. What? There's nothing else. Unless she actually had proof. But you got to think about this too. She's backtracking on all the stuff she said. So if she's backtracking, she already looks like a liar. Like, there's nothing more you need to say. If she did get 300K, it would be blown away with, right, her hotel hopping, Mad Dog, not Mad Dog 50/50. That was a little bit before my time, but yeah. Um, yeah, that money would have been gone. And thank you, Isaiah. I appreciate that. Yeah, 300K, nah. And let's be honest, you ain't even gotta pay Jag that much. You could have gave her 300, as in $300, and she would have kept her mouth shut. What's up, beautiful? Yeah, like she would have kept her mouth shut for $300. Talking about nah. She's still broke. She's still struggling. And I just earlier I was told that she's not getting paid from YouTube. I was all like, oh wow, YouTube is not paying you? Now here's the thing, and I thought about this now, and I didn't think about it when the person told me, but I thought about it now. With YouTube, you have to have an address. Because what it is when you do the partner program, yeah, the YouTube partner program, you have to put in your address, social security number. I'm figuring it's not in her name, right? So whoever name it is, they have to then mail you a PIN number to your address. And once you get that PIN number, you enter it in, and then that's how they recognize that you're a real person, not some kind of robot or something like that, right? Besides just your social security number, because technically you're an independent contractor, so it works a little differently. But you get you still fill out an I-9 and you still have to pay taxes, but you're recognized as an independent contractor. So one of the ways that can verify you are a real person, your address, is when they send you that PIN number. So I'm thinking that she didn't do that, because if she would have put a PIN number, she'd be worried about people trying to find her and all that stuff. So when someone strikes your video, um, you have to give your address. And so if the addresses don't match, you can also get in trouble for that. So it's a lot of smoke and mirrors on whether or not she gave proper information. I can probably I would say, just in case I'm wrong, I'll put $25, $25 that she is not using either her real name, it's not even in her name, not a real social number, or it's somebody else's social security number, or the address is not aligning. There's something that made them realize it, because at first it was kind of like, oh, well, Jag got kicked off the platform technically, so that would be no. I don't think Jag puts anything in her name. Just like the Cash Apps, it's probably not in her name. More than likely, it's in Odell's. Whoever she is with, she makes sure to put everything in their name. And then when they break up, she talks about how much money they stole from her. She did this with her first ex-husband, Sam. She did this with Goomba. She did this with TJ. Oh yeah, she did that with Sip as well too. A guy she was dating in Chicago. She did it with she'll do it with everybody, that everybody owes her money. You know, it's a lot to it. Why? Um, she doesn't put stuff in her name because she doesn't want to. She owes, child support. You still can get that even though your child is over 21. I mean, 18. Sam Odom is still due all that back child support. Like, you're definitely going to have to pay that one way or another. So her thing is like, don't put anything in my name because I don't want them to come and try to tax me or get me. Now, according to her, she'll always say, "Oh, I don't owe anybody no money. How do I owe?" No, Jag, you still owe that money. It don't matter how old the child is. If somebody gets you for child support, you always owe that, no matter what. Thank you, SMP. I appreciate that. We know she ain't even getting no money. I think the bed or the blue couch. Okay, I was like, is that a bed? You know I'm blind. But the blue couch ain't even paying her that much, just enough to keep her high. Ooh, but that goes into and thank you, Isaiah, again. That goes into what I'm saying about. Okay, well, technically, there has to be some dis- dissension within their little group between the Blue Couch and Jag because she just said that, oh, how did anybody know that I was supposed to come to Dallas? Obviously, they must have leaked it out. Now, she blamed it on Monica, aka DJ Genesis, but DJ Genesis said, no, that wasn't me. I didn't even know, and she had told me. Well, she said on the channel right here, like I didn't. Not Brandy here. Is that the black tea sector is so messy? I swear. Uh, I'm sorry, y'all. That kind of threw me off. And yes, please hit the the like button. Thank you, Brandy. Um, Anyway, so she's claiming that they try to line her up. Remember, she was on the phone with Terrence Williams saying, like, oh, you trying to do this and that to me, and the Blue Couch try to line me up and all this shit. It's always everybody's out to try to get her. That's her thing. Everybody is trying to get me. Let me tell you something. Nobody cares about you that much to try to get you. Like, and also too, no one cares you about that much to AI auto generate a video of you quote unquote saying something that you didn't say. No. Everything listen, no one had to ever manipulate Jaguar. No one has ever had to manipulate her. She says and does whatever she wants. Um Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, cousin. I appreciate the damn. That's 50 right there. I'm feeling the love right now. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate you being here. But yeah, I don't think that the Blue Couch lined her up. I don't think no one is lining her up. Jack talks and says so many things to so many different people. She don't remember what she's saying, and she'll throw things out there to see if people are paying attention, and then be all like, "How'd you know this?" Oh, well, we know this because you told us, and you told multiple different people. If you ever had like a private conversation on the phone with her, and I've had a few, just know that one, you're probably being recorded by her, and two, she's probably done told the other person the same stuff that she has told you. Just know that nothing is a secret with Jag. Even though she claims to keep secrets so very well, yeah, don't trust anything that she says. That lady is something else. But like I said, that lady didn't get no 300K. She doesn't look like she got 300K at all. Now, some people will say like, well, AT2, maybe she's pretending to still be broke, but she really is getting this money because not just Star. It has been said before, like, oh, maybe she's like a plant and she's out here to spread disinformation to get everybody, not looking at actual victims and real things that are going on. Now, I can definitely see that. But I don't think Jag is working with anybody. This is more like a selfish kind of I'm finally getting my moment of shine, in the spotlight. I'm finally getting my moment to shine. I feel famous. Everybody knows my name. This is her FU to the industry that she feels that shut her out. Because I'll tell you this, and I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't feel like the industry did Jag dirty. She just wasn't that successful. Now we can play semantics about, okay, well, her record label didn't put, enough money behind her and really put her out there and put her on the level of the Erica Badu's, Jill Scott's, and NDR. They didn't put her on that level. Or we could say maybe Jag was hard to work with. Would you guys say that's crazy that she's hard to work with? No, we see that she's hard to work with. Shit, if she's hard to work with on YouTube, just imagine how she is in real life or when it comes to business. She ain't that good. you know? And so you have to question, like, was she done wrong by the industry? Or when you don't meet expectations of your album sales and stuff like that, you get dropped from your label. Because I do believe Jack can sing. Um, because of all the cigarette smoke and allegedly other things, her voice isn't at her peak like it once was. However, she can still sing. I was on the plane ride home. There's a song, and I actually told Jag that I liked this song. Um, her her album was mid at best and was a cheesy version of Amy Winehouse of the Frank album. Oh wow, yeah. There's a song that I like that she's actually featured, and I forgot the girl's name, but it's called "Back Home," and it goes. Let me sing a little bit for y'all. I'm finding the rhythm. The chorus goes, you got to love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, like you used to. And then it goes, touch me, touch me, touch me, touch me, something, and then, are you loving me, love? Like, it's a dope song. And I was like, oh, I like this. I like this, and I actually downloaded it. I play it, and the song's not like sexual. It's not like sexual. It's more like trying to remember that love that you once had, and it's called "Back Home" because it's all like back the way it used to be. Y'all, y'all petty, whatever. Anyway, it's a good song. Listen to it if you guys want to. If you don't want to listen to it, you don't. It's called Back Home. If you put Back Home, Jaguar Wright, um, let me get the actual girl who sings the song. Hold on. Because there's no disrespect to the girl. The girl's like from Greece or something like that. Stop, she is mid. Y'all, the song is good. Y'all, the yodels. She does this thing with her voice too. She goes, hold on, that's not how it goes. It goes, it's like this. I can't describe it, but it's something that she does with her voice that you just feel like it's her signature. She do the scoot boop boop beep 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 bop. She does all that, right? But it's this thing that she does with her voice. It's kind of like this, like this thing that she does. I can't describe it to you guys, but once you hear it, you're like, oh, that's a Jag signature. That's her signature right there. Um, Let me see if I can. Her name is Alyssa Permarini. Piermarini. Alyssa Piermarini or something like that. That's what it's called, and it's called Back Home. Um, can I get away with? No, I'm not gonna try it. No, yeah, I'm not trying to get my video flagged. Not because of Jag, because the actual artist might. Uh, the actual artist might flag my video, so that's why. By the way, yeah, not anything to do with Jag. Um. Also, I heard that Storm did take down that video. I don't think necessarily he took it down for Jag. He probably just took it down because he didn't want to deal with the BS. Not Atwood Unleashed. I just noticed that right now. Um, Hold on. What did Atwood Unleashed say? Is this this? That ain't the real Sean Atwood. Like I said, them people are gonna. She gonna go to them people channels and everything else. It's private, not deleted. Okay, so he didn't delete. Yeah, I figure he probably just hid the video. Now I don't know what the reason was, why he hid the video. Maybe he just didn't want to deal with the bullshit. That's what I'm thinking. Sometimes it's not even about like stand your ground and stuff like that. I know a lot of y'all gonna say, "Oh, well, he should stand his ground." You know, why is he afraid? Why is he scared? Blah blah blah. Sometimes you just don't want to deal with it. And Storm's like, "Hey, I already made my money off the video, so at this point, I don't give a damn. You gotta respect it. I already made all the money that I was gonna make off of it. Okay, I can private it." Just like Jag said, "Oh well, if you really don't care, why don't you take all your videos down?" Blah blah blah. No, now I'm gonna leave it up because I want to prove your lies. So I'm gonna leave all the videos up. But never think that you made me. Like never think that. You can say, "Hey, I was a part of the process and I feel like I helped." I'll give you credit for that, but never feel like you made me. Never. I never would allow anybody to make it seem like they made me ever. You don't even remember that song. It's forgettable. Even Sunday knows that. Wait, what do you? I'm telling you, it's a good song, you guys. I promise y'all, it's a good song. Only a crackhead would accept that type of deal. Oh, okay, fake Atwood. Okay, I know she sung. She sung on your show. I don't know if it really. Oh, and by the way, thank you, Isaiah. I appreciate that. I didn't say thank you. I'm sorry, but I hate that she's gonna use him taking it down like a yeah, and that's what she tried to do. Remember, she said like he took the video down and he left the country, and again, the reason why you know why I'll get to that comment, but the reason why they came on my channel was all like, yeah, you know, he took that video down and he left the country. It was supposed to scare me and to be like, oh my god, I gotta take the video down because basically the way they were trying to make it seem was like I was going to be the one to get got. No, I was never going to get got at all. Like everything is fine with me. Like I was, yeah, nothing is ever going to happen. If anything, I'm leaving. I didn't say those things. You said it on my channel. Now, did I go back and correct those things that you said incorrectly? Yeah, I did. That's not me. You know, he didn't leave the oh, he didn't leave the country. Okay. Um, why to put down other YouTubers? Could you HCY projects? Can you rewrite that because I don't know what you're trying to say. Because I want to say you're trying to say why do you put down white YouTubers, or are you? Yeah, what are you trying to say exactly? And by the way, are these the real Sean Atwoods? I don't have any mods. Stop. Prayers to Denitria. Can you guys fill up the chat with hearts for Denitria? By the way, currently they are experiencing a natural disaster. I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to give away her location. But please put hearts in the chat for Denitria. Oh, this is the real Sean Atwood. Okay, this is the real. Okay, I just checked. It got a check mark next to it. Shouldn't you be? Oh no! And over where you are, it's morning time now. It's morning, and we slept the night away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said it happens, and now we can turn back the hands of time. Let me see. Yes, it's on. It's on. I'm his producer. Sean's in bed. Oh, okay. You're in Maryland. Oh, I didn't know that he knew any Americans besides Jaguar Wright. Uh, that wasn't supposed to be shady when I said that, but yeah. Why do YouTube creators put down other YouTubers? Um, are you saying in general, or is that specifically for me? Um, I can tell you this, and I said this earlier. There's only one YouTuber I don't like. Other than that, people can disappoint me. RL, let me block your ass because that was lovely what I just did. Yeah, get out of here. Anyway, there's only one YouTuber that I don't like, right? Other than that, everybody else is kind of just like, whatever. I don't care. I don't give a damn, right? But I do think it's just a part of the YouTube culture, not black or white. Like, let's cancel that out. It's not a race thing. It's just a part of the YouTube culture. Like, if you sign up to be a YouTuber, you signed up to be talked about. That's it. If you signed up to be a YouTuber, you signed up to be talked about. And the larger you are, the more that people come for you. It's a part of the process. Um, I'm one of those people I actually don't mind. Believe it or not, I actually don't mind when people talk about me. I don't. It's only certain people who claim to be friends or have some kind of close relationship to me that it actually does bother me. Like, for example, Maggie. Maggie is still. Shout out to the Haitian, Canadian, French queen, Maggie. Shout out to her. Uh, that lady is terrorizing me, and she, is still going in on me. But hey, I remember when I was a smaller content creator. This is how you build your name, your channel. Hey, be my guest. I'm fine. Okay, go ahead. But I think there's also two different things to that. One, am I critiquing the content that you're doing because I have an opinion on it? And two, am I actually going after you? I think those are two different things. Like with Maggie, I feel like at first she was critiquing the content, and now she's coming for me personally because she's mad and upset at me. Okay, whatever, have your way. And she's allowed to have her opinion. I'm not mad at it at all. I wish you would stop, but I ain't mad at it. Do what you do. That was me. I was you. When I first started YouTube and stuff like that, I was like, oh, these creators think they this and that, blah, blah, blah. Shit. I ain't even mad at it. I used to do the same thing. And I think also, too, some people play the villain and some people play the hero on this platform. Perfect example. Jaguar Wright would be a villain. Tasha K would be a villain. I'm a huge wrestling fan, so I see people as heels and I see people as faces. So faces are the good guys, heels are the bad guys, right? We all kind of fall into a certain space, and then there's the in between. I would consider myself an in betweener because I can play the villain very well, and I can play, the baby face very well too. I could go either way. But most of the time, I feel like I'm more like the heel. Not the heel. The face, the baby face, the good guy. Sean Atwood. What place would he fall into? I feel like he would be an in-betweener, but he's more on the heel slash villain side. He's more on the heel slash villain side. Lionel B. He's more on the heel slash villain side. Some of us play our roles, and that's what it is. Tasha K, she's a villain. She plays her role very well. Jaguar Wright, she's a villain. We might not like her, but she plays her role very well. I don't think she could ever be a good guy. So who do you consider heroes? Um, ugh. I kind of all hate y'all to really tell you the truth. But Love Jones, I would consider you a good guy. You would be a babyface, definitely. You are. Sometimes you can have some villain tendencies, but for the most part, you play a very good babyface. You are very people oriented. You love people. You like to laugh. Yeah, you are definitely a good guy, a face. Yeah. Um. Damn, who would I put? Oh, Naughty Love, the Juice Radio talk show, definitely. Mims, I would put those all in the baby face, the good guys. I would put them in that category. You know, please let Shane up. Okay, who is Shane? Listen, I'll drop the link. Why not take a risk? I feel like y'all setting me up. Pascal, a good guy. Yeah, definitely a face. He's a good guy. Oh, okay. So Shane is okay. Then who's Ryan? Is he just the co-host then? Wait, hold on, real quick. Is Shane the guy that be on Maggie's channel talking shit about me? Is that who he is? Yo, I think Shane's the guy who be talking shit about me. Is that what? I still want him to come up. No, come up, Shane. I ain't scared. Come up, come up. But I think this is the guy that be talking shit about me with Maggie. Okay, here he is.
To make
There?
believe that I'm a real person. This is not the real person. No, I'm not Sean. I'm his producer. HCY
Okay.
knows who I am. And I was just scrolling through and I saw your channel and I like what you were doing. And like now I'm getting crucified for even being here. Wow.
Oh yeah, this is a very anti-Jag chat. Mm-hmm.
Man, that's cool. I mean,
Oh, hello. It. I think your mic. Wait, is it me or is it him? You guys. Oh shoot! Did I? Oh, okay. It was him. Okay, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Wait, what did Isaiah say? You're like more NWO Wolf. Thank you. I like that. I like that. I was more. I am still a WWE guy, but I'm more of a. I didn't really like WCW, but I know who NWO is and stuff. Shane, are you back?
yeah, man. Are you an Undertaker fan?
Oh, of course. I love the Undertaker.
Okay, well, you know his wife, Michelle McCool.
Yeah.
Okay, her brother is Jeff McCool of Moccasin Creek. He's a buddy of mine. He has a hip hop band, and I'm doing my damnedest because the Undertaker's like my biggest not childhood, because I'm his age, but growing up watching him, and I'm this close to getting him to come on the channel. We're going to do a biography on Jeff McCool about his career with Moccasin Creek. In a couple of months when it all boils down and all this Diddy and Jay-Z stuff calms down. So.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, I'll definitely be into that.
But I'll tell you guys, I mean, Jaguar, everybody's like, oh, why do you guys have Jaguar on? I'm like, you know, Sean's channel, one thing I've learned, it's like people crucify us for, you know, right now the big thing is we got attacked the other night by, I'm trying to think who the hell it was now. I did a 12-hour stream. We were looking for Ronnie Bo. Ronnie Bo went missing. Mm-hmm. And Sean was on, Ron was on, but they're 5 hours ahead of me because I live in Cambridge. I'm same town where Jay-Z and DeHaven and Emory Jones and all were from. And I kept the stream going for 12 hours until we heard something from Ronnie, and finally did. And people were like, well, why do you have the content you do? I'm like, why do you watch the stream? It's like
Mm.
it's like, why do you watch the news? You get crucified for having certain people on, but I'm like, damn, if you don't like it, just change the channel. It isn't hard.
Right.
You don't like the food you eat something different. It's like, don't bang me for having and I do all the guests for Sean's channel.
Mm-hmm.
Jaguar, DeHaven, everybody, Courtney Burgess. People don't like Courtney. I think Courtney's a great guy. What you think of him yourself is cool, But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get it, man. It's like people beat on us for having certain people on, and they were pulling the race card on us the other night because Sean's a white English guy talking about the people of color community. I'm like, because that's what's in the news. I can't pick what color people are when the crime's committed. And then all of a sudden,
Right.
Maggie came on, and then we had Mike Cross from the Music Recording Network on. And as soon as I had a couple of folks in there of color, well, then all the race comments went away. I'm like, they're here to back me up. So I just want to pop
Yeah.
in because I was in another channel and I had to do the same thing. I had to log into Sean's account because they didn't believe who I was. I'm like, okay, let me bring the check mark out for a second, then I'm gonna put it back for a minute. But
Yeah. No,
guys, Sean's a
I'm happy that you're here because I think there's some things that I don't think it's ever been explained or a conversation has ever been had with it. For example, one thing I don't necessarily have a problem with you guys having Jag or whoever on your channel.
right.
Listen, make your money, dog. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at you. I ain't
You
mad
got
at
a
it,
beautiful
right?
voice, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What the thing is that whenever they go on your channel, I'll put them all in that group. Whenever they go on your channel, there's like no pushback at all. And we feel the reason why race, well, at least for me, it will come into play is like maybe they don't get the culture. And it's like you guys don't actually know what to exactly ask or to push back on. It's more like you're listening and taking in the information. And I get some people will go like, oh no, that's wrong. You need to call her out. And you're like, whoa, we're just letting her talk. But then it's like after you look up the information, it's like, do you guys go back and then look up the information and be like, okay, well, this makes sense for that? Or you guys just be all like, hey, it is what it is?
No, Sean will always go in and do his research first on a guest to know what questions to ask. Babe, what's the point of
Mm-hmm.
having somebody on if you don't know what to say? We got another host now. Ron's crazy. Ron will go in there and he'll go all balls to the walls to somebody, and then Sean's more laid back, and Sean will ask a question. And if you talk 20 minutes, let me ask you a question. You tune into a show. Do you want to listen to the host ask questions for 2 hours, or do you want to listen to the guest answer the questions? You tuned in to watch the guest. You don't want to watch the
Right.
producer just sit there and ask, or the host ask question after question and just cutting the guest off, because you'll get castrated for doing that too. So
Right. Well,
Sean will just
I like more of a conversation. And I feel like a conversation could be had. And
right,
here's the thing, like I see like the first initial video, like, yeah, you don't want to like badger the person or ask them a whole bunch of questions, right? And shout out to Rosetta, thank you for gifting the membership. You don't want to like badger the person and try to hound them with a whole bunch of questions and be like, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying. Of course you wouldn't do that, right?
right.
However, it's like, maybe after the second or third time, you'd be like, well, Jack, I heard this. Can you speak on this? Kind of throw those things. And I think there's a way that you can go about it without being like, you're an effing liar. Get out of here. Because I don't want you guys fighting with her. Like, that's not my mission for you guys to turn on her and then hate her. Just like I was trying to explain to Maggie, like, I don't want you to hate her. I'm just saying, like, hey, don't cut off other people just for this one person. Get to know everybody.
Let me address Mad Mystic '07 because they threw this question out multiple times, even though I thought I typed it in there. They said, "Is Sean Atwood donated to Allie Carter?" If we, Sean, whoever donate to every single person we have on that has a need, the man would go broke. So let me tell you what I've done for Allie. When Allie first started reaching out, I got her email. I sent her an email. I got a response back in 4 or 5 days from somebody that just said admin. What I offered the email was a million subscriber channel to say her piece, to get her message out there for as long as she wanted with no
Mhm.
restraints. to everybody that watches our channel from all over the world. I said, we'll set up a GoFundMe for you. I said, we'll take live donations for you. I'll create an account for you. Now, you want to know what they told me? Give me 3 seconds. I'll read you the email she sent back, because this people, people think that helping and reaching out to people is always going to help you, or make you better and make it seem like you're just I don't know, just like you're just like a god here. Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry.
Oh no, take your time.
Yeah, the
You know
response.
it's
I'm sorry.
tricky. It's tricky with the whole paying, like giving money or paying or some kind of compensation. It's tricky with that because then it sets a precedence that you're supposed to give to everybody.
Right. Well, and I've been reaching out since the 1st of November. This is dated November the 2nd. I said, okay, hang on. Damn it, I did it again. She said, "Good day,
Is
Mr.
Sean a
Rogers."
billionaire?
Huh?
Is Sean a billionaire?
I wish he was, because he ain't paying me that kind of money. I can promise you right now.
Wait.
No, Sean was a millionaire initially when he came over here to Arizona. He was a stockbroker. He decided that selling ecstasy was saving the bull Gravano was bigger money, and then he ended up doing 6 years in prison.
Oh,
So
that's where the prison thing comes into. Okay.
yeah, and it's like, but Allie's team reached back and said, "Good day. Your emails and requests for interviews have all been well received. Allie Carter is not accepting any requests for interviews at this time. Allie and Shelley never asked for money. The truth is priceless. She will not accept any fees or start a GoFundMe, nor do any views in the future where a platform is monetized. Thank you again for reaching out. God bless, admin." So they want to work with smaller channels that aren't monetized just
Oh
because they're
wow.
smaller channels. I said, Allie, or admin, I said, look, well, not everything we do is monetized. I mean, we talk to serial killers, we talk to all kinds of people, and a lot of the content gets demonetized. But the point, and that was my whole thing with reaching out, was I just wanted to give her a safe space that we could protect her, at least her integrity online, while we interview her, with the chat, with moderators and things like that. And I
Yeah.
reach out weekly. I just emailed them again today. I haven't heard but one time, but I'm saying, hey, we're here. We heard things are getting a little hot for you and Shelley. If you need us, we're here. That's all I can do. But people think that,
Right.
I mean, you just come on the channel, it's all just news. You slam the channel off, and we don't think about these people. I can tell you, when I streamed the other night for 12 hours, when we were looking for Ronnie Bowe, I text Ronnie Bowe over 40 times that night. I just talked to him. He just messaged me a few minutes ago, said thanks again. He's coming on tomorrow night with us. He and DeHaven are. And it's like, and a lot of these guests, some do cost money. And, if you pay for a guest, your stream's demonetized. It's coming out of Sean's pocket. And he's still paying
Right.
producers and the rest of his hosts. He doesn't do it for farts and giggles. He does it because yes, it's a job. I mean, it's like, oh, you guys stream and do this to make money. Well, do you go to work for free?
Right. That's true.
You're either doing it for a hobby, you're doing it for entertainment, or you're doing it for a job, or all three.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Now,
So
I know one of the criticisms is that, okay, well, Jag is allowed to say whatever about any content creator, but would you guys be willing to at least have those content creators on to speak their piece?
I'll bring
Because it's
anybody
like
on
we
the
don't get the
channel.
other side.
I'll bring anybody on that wants to come on to battle Jaguar all day long, and she'll
Oh,
accept it.
okay.
It's like Jaguar and Courtney Burgess. They don't like each other. And this was crazy. I don't know if you've ever watched it, but the first time I was like, hey man, that'd be great to have them on the stream. It'd be great views. So
Mm-hmm.
Jag's like, yeah, they agreed to it. Courtney had no clue. Man, Jaguar lit her ass on fire and went into him for a solid hour. And I had to
Oh, yeah,
apologize.
I watched
Yeah,
that.
we didn't know. And if you go back and watch it again, the first few minutes, look at Ron and Sean, two of the whitest men in the world, and I am too. But they just sat there and their eyes were bugged out, and my WhatsApp was blowing up between the two of them. I mean, they were going, dude, did you know this was going to happen? I'm like, no. But
Yeah.
Courtney hung in there, and we ended up doing stream 2. And now
Yeah, that's
with
where
all
they
this,
make peace on stream too, right?
yeah, and I've actually got I'm working on this week too. Hopefully, maybe Wednesday night part 3 is coming back, and we're going to get more on the thing with Jay-Z, because I'm trying to get his cousin to come on, which is Emery Jones from Cambridge, where I'm from, but I don't think it's going to happen. And we've had Ramir on, his alleged son, which I think he is. He looks just like him to me, and he sounds just like him. But We even offered to help with DNA testing and things like that to pay for that
Mhm.
if Jay-Z would do it, but he won't.
Right.
So, but
And
yeah, I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I didn't see. So is Ronnie Bo okay? Is
Yeah.
he
Yep. Yeah,
okay?
I don't know where
Okay.
he
Yeah.
is, but yeah, I mean, it's just some stuff he did. He put out a video last night about 3 o'clock in Too Strong. The channel Too Strong had it first. I was
Hmm.
asleep. I couldn't wake up because I'd been up for 36 hours and I missed the chance to get it. But it was him doing a video on Ronnie, and Ronnie put out a video, and um, we're gonna, like I said, have him on tomorrow night to go over the video and to let us know a little bit more what's going on. And Keith said, "No, darling, he's definitely not an informant. That if you
Okay.
know some of the things I know of who's after him, he's damn sure not an informant. I can promise you that."
Well,
So
question to that. Not necessarily an informant, but are you? So a lot of these people, like the Lamishas, Adria, Jaguar, Ronnie, like, are you worried that these whistleblowers are going to come to your channel just so that they can, get their voice out there and make some money? Like, are you worried like you're going to set a precedence that all like because not everybody can be a whistleblower. Somebody is. I
right.
mean, we've seen with the Lamisha situation, like, oh yeah, your story is way off. But are you worried that you're going to start getting more of these people? Like, do you actually vet them? Like, what's that process like?
I mean, again, it's not really. I mean, it's again, it's a platform. Whether the
Hmm.
story they tell is something we agree with or not, we have to be unbiased. We have to be neutral. Whether I believe Jaguar or not is not up to me to decide. That's up to you guys. That's up to the viewer. I'm the guy that
Hmm.
says when Sean says, "Get me this person," I get that person,
You get
or
it.
do the
You get
best I can. And then when they're on the show, and I've met some cool people though, and so I'm one to try to get to know people. Like right now, if you wanted me to get Jaguar on your channel, I probably could. I got her
it.
and her boyfriend's phone numbers. I got Courtney's number. I've got
Oh,
Adele. I mean,
they'll click if they want to cuss me out. They'll click the link. Don't worry.
no, but I'm just saying, it's
Yeah,
like I like building that.
don't
I
worry.
like building,
They'll come and cuss me out whenever they feel the need to. Don't worry.
but I just like building a relationship with people and let them know too. They're not more than just a view to us. You know what I mean? They've got a story, they want to tell it, and it's a platform to give it on. Just like you, if you have somebody on, it doesn't matter what you think. You're bringing people here for
Mhm.
your viewers to enjoy, to pick apart, to do whatever. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it's fun. I mean, like I said, I do this. I'm up now. I've been up again since this morning. I worked all day today, shot out some emails, and I'm here.
Mhm.
And everybody's like, "Oh, it's suspect that I'm in this channel watching." I watch smaller creators because you guys do some of the hardest work. You put in your 2 cents, you do your due
Right.
diligence, and I went in another channel and the lounge, and they ended up timing out my one account because they thought I was fake. So then I had to
Oh,
log. I
see,
had to. I had to
I
do the
I
same
thought it
thing.
was too. I was all like, is that real? I don't know.
Well, when I came back with the check mark, then she almost shit herself, pooped herself because she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." I said, "It's okay." I said, she thought I was a troll, and I wasn't saying anything bad. I was just talking about different guests, and they're like, "You don't know all these people." I'm like, well, "Look on the channel; they're all there. I mean, you just click on the video." And then when I came
Right.
back as Sean, I said, "No, I'm not Sean. I'm his producer." Blah blah blah. And then I came back as myself. So, but I love it. It's fun, man, and it's like it's bringing cultures together. I got really mad again when we got the race thing popped in. It's like, why is a bunch of white boys talking about people of color? I'm like, why have we got to be a bunch of white boys? We're people bringing creators. I mean, people to you to watch and enjoy. And if they were white, nobody would give a damn because it's just
Right.
But
But with that too, we feel like, okay, well, are they just attacking all the black celebrities and they're not going to talk about their own? We do feel a kind of way about that. Like, if it was fair across the board, like, for example,
bro, Jeffrey
there's the
Epstein.
Abercrombie and
What can
Fitch
I say
guy, the
about
Mike
Jeffrey Epstein?
Jeffries.
Jeffrey
Right. See,
Epstein.
and we're just getting introduced to you guys, so we don't know the history and like the things that you guys have talked about before. When you guys, what we know you for, and now because it's tied in with this Jaguar stuff, we just know y'all for talking about all the black people, and we're like, well, damn, do
Right.
y'all talk about white people? Like, that's what it looks like. Now, I'm not saying it is that,
No,
but
I get
that's
it.
the way it comes across because we're just getting to know you. Every time you do a video, you're introduced to a new person. I have to
Right.
remember that.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like, and I'm trying to think of who it was. I mean, the other night that was really funny because when I did the stream, when Sean left and Ron left, I had Mike Cross from the Music Recording Network in with me. Mike's a man of color, so we were talking,
Mhm.
and then when you're talking Maggie, are you talking Maggie the Black Owl?
Yeah, the Black Owl. Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know you knew Maggie. Well, Maggie comes on our daily show in the morning with Ron. So
Mm.
we do shows with people that are different colors than we are. So I'm like, where is this coming from? We've got Lady Letitia, we got Maggie, we got Mike Cross, Ronnie Bo. I mean, I can't get any more people that are of a different, diverse culture in there.
Yeah. And
You know,
see, we don't know your history. It
right,
doesn't come off like you guys, have these people. Like, I just learned yesterday that Maggie was a part of you guys for a long time. Like, it
right.
wasn't like she came from Jag. You guys, liked her or whatever and had her on your platform. Because
Yeah,
I know you guys also talked about like the royal family and stuff like that. And that's what Maggie used to talk about, the royal family and stuff like that.
right. See, all this, that's all. I mean, literally, when they arrested Diddy, Sean's content swung because then Jag was our first guest. So I guess that's why we go back to her so much. Our average stream, if we hit 1,000 people, it was a big day. Okay. When I
Mhm.
got a hold of Jag, we got Jag on, we had 12,000 people on that stream that night.
Mm.
Every time she's come on, it's been 5 to 8 since then. Now we average 2 to 3,000 every stream, whether we got the little drummer boy on there. It doesn't matter who we have on because we've picked up an audience now that's following
Right.
things. We don't
Right.
clickbait.
You guys have a
Whatever's in that
consistent
title,
audience now.
yeah, and whatever we put in the title is what's on the show. If you see Ronnie Bo, DeHaven Irby, and Courtney Burgess, you can be damn sure they're going to be on that show or they're not going to be in the thumbnail. So,
Hmm.
and as far as spreading misinformation, like a couple people were putting in your chat, maybe it is misinformation. But how much misinformation do we listen to when we're watching the news on TV? We're just bringing you the
Mm.
news. We can't control and regulate it. We can't tell you if we can't make people tell the truth. If y'all think Jaguar, not y'all, like in general, just anybody thinks Jag's not telling the truth, that's okay. That's your opinion. But don't beat the hell out
Right.
of us because we're bringing her to you. That's what the news does. That's a platform. That's YouTube. The wonders of YouTube is, guess what? You can click off the channel as fast as you clicked on it. You don't like it, go somewhere else. Don't brave me and beat my chat up and beat my host up. Just leave. It's cool.
Right, right, and Jag is a polarizing figure. Like a lot of, even though like I'm more, and I don't even want to say negative, but I would be considered negative against Jag. There's still people be all like, no, you don't hate her enough. And it's all like, well, damn, I don't actually hate the lady. I'm just calling out certain things and inconsistencies. That's the way I feel. But I don't necessarily hate. Listen, Jag and Odell, they love them some AT2. They'll call me AT titties and all this other stuff. They love them some AT2. That's why they
Yeah, I
always
mean,
come back.
well, somebody in
However,
your
I
team,
can separate
I'm sorry.
the character from the actual person.
Sure. And it's like Jandy said, okay, now I think he's full of it. Are we supposed to believe that Shane hasn't seen all of her thumbnails insulting AT2? Jandy, I'm going to straight up tell you, I don't have time to look at everybody's channels. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting here watching you guys because this is the only thing I've had time to do today. I don't go back and watch all those streams of people that I spend all that time with.
Mhm.
I'll go on there every now and then, see what Jag and Dodell are talking about, watch 5 or 10 minutes, and then roll to another channel. That's how I found you. I would look to see who was live. I click the live button. I see what channels are up. And if you got 30 seconds to
Yeah.
impress me, and then I'll go to another channel. And you did. You started singing, and I like singing. And
Thank you.
when I look at the
They
chat,
claim that you in here trying to be the cover man and clean everything up for Sean.
nah, man, Sean's a big boy. I work for him. If he
Mhm.
excuse me, if he screws up or doesn't do, he's his own man. It's
Mhm.
like there's a channel out there, and I don't know if I don't want to say his name, but it ends with a D or starts with a D, ends with a T. There's a ONA in
Oh,
it
the
with all the
cokehead. Keep going.
yeah. Oh man, you look. You want to see some trash? Watch his shit on Sean. He had Sean's arrest record up. they were talking about him being in prison, about him
Hold on, let me
hiding.
make you bigger so you can go ahead and cuss his ass out. Go ahead.
Oh, and everybody, real quick, they're like, "Why am I not showing my face?" Because I look like a 300-pound homeless Santa Claus laying in bed, and I haven't seen. I straight up, dude. I woke up paralyzed 3 years ago, and I've never recovered
Oh
from it. So
wow.
the picture you see of me is about 40 years old with two drinks in my hands at a Halloween party. I was dressed as Caesar. But right now, again, I look straight up look like a homeless Santa Claus with a beard down on my chest. And I'm actually getting ready to get my own show on Sean's channel once a week. So I'll be cleaning myself up, getting
Oh,
to get, yeah, that 12 hour
okay.
stream.
Congratulations on that. So are you still paralyzed? Like, are you okay?
No, I had a Hellcat, and I got into a race, and I got rear-ended when I hit the brakes at the end. We were done racing, and it
Hmm.
gave me whiplash. And 2 years later, I got up to go to the bathroom one night. For some reason, something made me sit down in my living room chair, and when I woke up, I was paralyzed from the neck down. I had what was called spinal stenosis, the C5 disc in my neck, from a fracture that they didn't see, slipped and cut off the blood flow to my spinal cord. They rushed me to
Wow.
Baltimore, did emergency surgery. I got back everything, but 30% of my left side doesn't work. So I can walk, but again, I'm 6'2" and 350 pounds. So when I fall, shit breaks, stuff breaks, and it's usually me.
Oh,
I just spent 8 weeks in a nursing home because I fell and ruptured another disc in my back last month. I was working doing this in the nursing home with a laptop and an iPhone, and that's what I did for the 2 months I was in there, and was building shows with in my own room, sitting there by myself 24 hours a day.
man.
So yeah, and no job. So I mean, I was a service director of an import shop in St. Michael's, making almost 100 grand a year, and now I'm on disability, making 2 grand a month. So. But you know what? I'm alive. I'm breathing. I've got family. I've got a son who just adopted or is fostering two little beautiful young boys named Amir and Orion. Um, and they're amazing. And I got called Pup Up for the first time in my life this year for Christmas, and it was amazing.
Oh
And
wow.
again, for anybody that may think I'm a white racist, my grandsons are half black and Puerto Rican. So, get over yourselves.
Yeah. He has
So,
black grandchildren. Look at you know when somebody racist and you're like, my best friend is
I know
black.
it's like,
That's what he just pulled.
I played ball in
That's what he
school
just
too. I'm
pulled
like,
on us.
and I dated a black girl in school. And I'm like, I still get it. I just can't. It just blows
But
my
can I
mind.
tell you something? And I think this
Yeah.
has a lot to do with our country because you're in the U.S., right?
Right.
It has a lot to do with our country. I think it's okay if people call you out. Like, for example, some people will call me misogynistic, and I'll be like, well, yeah, because I'm going to come from a male perspective. Now, it's my job to correct and see things that I do right. Now, necessarily, you don't want to be called a racist, but you can be like, hey, I might have some blind spots and have some things that I don't see. Okay, I can say, oh, well, nothing's wrong with me. Or I can say, let me kind of get your perspective from it, and then I can correct those things. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, like, okay, you think that way. That's not necessarily true, but why are you having that opinion? And then is it something I can change? So I think, it's okay for people to have opinions and say things, and you go like, well, let me see how I am coming off, and maybe because I don't see that perspective from it, okay, wait, maybe I can change some things or do things differently. Stacy B, I don't want you here anyway. Get your
I,
ass up out of here.
man, I tell you what, they're beating me up in your chat like I'm a plant. That it's not me. And I tell you, who is this one that says I'm not who? Mad Mystic, not AT2. This Shane guy is bald. How the hell do they know if I'm bald or not?
Oh,
You know what? Just for the fun of it, here's the whitest white boy you've ever seen. I'm gonna turn my camera on and show you. Look, that's me. See the Santa Claus shit here? I'm
oh
laying in
yeah, you do
bed.
look like Santa.
Yeah, and I am
Yeah.
a little bit bald, so that's me. So there you go. That's like I
Okay,
said.
he got hair, y'all.
Yeah, the picture is 12 years ago. So I'm 52. That's at 40. So that is me. I'm
Yeah,
in
I
the,
honestly thought like you were gonna have like a feeding tube or something. Like I don't know why I thought the worst. So yeah, you don't look that bad. Yeah,
no,
I
man.
really thought you were gonna have a feeding tube and everything else. Yeah.
I'm
So
paralyzed.
you
So not,
you
not,
look
not.
better than what I expected.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I wish I was kidding y'all, but I really thought he was almost dead. Like I thought he was half dead. Like I was like, oh, he probably got
I feel like it, man.
I
I
was
tell
hearing
you.
that the heart monitor machine. Like that's what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah, Pimperinos or Pimp, I can't pronounce that. Said Donut said I was cool. Oh, I wish I'd hear that. Yeah, dude, I can't stand that guy because, and again, I've never met him. I've
oh,
just
hold on.
watched
Let
him.
me let me give you your sign. Hold on. Let me make you bigger. But before I say
Oh,
this,
here you
because
go.
I know some of y'all over here like, hey, T2, you let that white man talk about a black person. Don't forget, and let me take you down when I say this, and I'll bring you back up. Don't forget, did not call you black women nigger bitches. Don't ever forget that. Don't forget that he has said that about you black women. So before y'all try to pull that with me, yeah, don't forget that. All right, here you go. Now you can light his ass up. And don't be
Yeah,
racist. Okay.
I just the 5 minutes that I give his channel, I went on because I was berated with messages last night. Says, man, go on this guy's channel. He's eating Sean alive because I handle Sean's Instagram and his Twitter with him. So like if he's too busy, I'll go in there and answer messages and things like that. And I got all these messages on Twitter like, this guy's going crazy, he's showing Sean's arrest record and talking about his booty hole and all this. I went on there and they were pulling up documents that, again, are public knowledge. Any of that's public knowledge. And they were talking about, Sean lying about Sammy the Bull Gravano and all this stuff. I'm like, the dude is doing a HBO Max series with Sammy the Bull. It just got announced. I'm like, Google it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he spread so much misinformation about Sean in 10 minutes, it almost made me sick. That's the kind of content. See, you guys are talking about, Sean bringing up guests and we have to be held accountable for the people we have on the platform. No, we don't. We have them there for you guys. And just like AT2, has brought me on. You might not like me. You might like me. Don't care. But the big thing is I'm here to try and explain. I'm not defending Sean. I'm not here as a plant for Sean. I just came on because I
Mm-hmm.
thought your content was cool. You kept me for 30 seconds and then I'm here, But that dude, man, that little guy, he just kept going on and then bitches and this, that, and the other. And when he said what you said earlier about his own women of color, that broke my heart, man. I'm like, how do you
Mm-hmm.
how do you do that against somebody of you? And everybody says race. There's one race. It's called the human race. There's just different shades of all of us. We all bleed the same color. We all got to be here at the same time. Why not look out for each other? And when he said that, I heard that, and it broke my heart because I'm thinking there's women in that chat that come there to watch him. How the hell do they think they feel? You know?
Yeah.
And
Um.
I told Sean today, I said, Sean, this guy is like really eating up. And Sean just laughed. He said, you know what? Anybody that has haters, it means you've made it. I said, what do you mean? He said, think about those 400 people that are watching him that are now going to come watch me to make a determination on whether what he's telling is the truth or not. He said, I'm gaining a viewer. Tell him I said, thanks for the money.
I
You
never
know?
thought about it like that, but it is true. Like, thank you for the free promo. You
Right.
know.
A view's a view, whether it's a good view or not. You've only got to watch a stream for 30
Mm-hmm.
seconds for YouTube to count it as a view. 30
Right.
seconds is how long I give before I leave or go or stay or
Right.
go.
And I'll say this, and then I'm gonna move on from him because
Yeah, of
I already
course.
know there's gonna be a video about it. My thing is like he's been trying to reinvent himself a whole bunch of times, and he has a lot of people fooled. There's some stuff. And thank you, Celebrity Scandalous. I appreciate the donation. There's a lot of history between me and him, and there's a lot of things that have been said. And this kind of situation, he's been trying to reinvent himself, and I'm all like, no, I know the real you, and we all know. Just like my moderator Melanie Jones, no, we know the real you. So all this rebranding that you're trying to do and make it seem like, oh, we're all this unified group. No, 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 never.
Well, when you
And
rebrand,
my
aren't you
thing is
supposed to
like,
better yourself?
what was that?
So when you rebrand, isn't it supposed to be to make yourself better? It seems like he just continually makes himself worse.
Listen, it's only going to be a matter of minutes before everybody's back to being the worst person in the world. And, listen, just be patient for it. Just like
Yeah,
everybody
oh, I'm
waiting
sure.
patiently for y'all downfall, don't worry. It'll
It's coming.
happen.
Yeah, me and you'll be clipped tomorrow night on this stream. It's like, and so I've wanted to go in there, and Sean says, "Look, don't, please. He said, I know you. I know your temper. He said, I know once you get in there, you'll chew his ass from end to ever. And he just don't do it. I said, okay. And he's the boss. If he tells me not to go, I'm not going to go in. He pays me so to work for him, and I respect that. As bad as I want to burn him up, I just, I can't do it because I'm out of respect for my own boss. So,
Right.
well, look, I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate you having me up.
Yeah,
That
thank you for
was
coming up. Next time, see if you can send Sean over here. I'll do a midnight stream and see if you can send Sean over here.
well, midnight is 5 o'clock in the morning for him. So
Oh well.
yeah, he's 5 hours ahead of me Eastern
Oh, he's
time.
only.
So
Oh, okay. So midnight is 5 a.m. Okay.
yeah, Sean very
We'll
seldom
work something
goes.
out. We'll work something out. But yeah, I would definitely like to talk to Sean. I feel like, again, a lot of people want to hear from him, and
Right.
nothing wrong with you or anything like that.
No, no, no.
People
Of
want
course,
the
it's his
main
channel.
guy.
He's the creator. I get it.
Right,
I just
right.
Sean doesn't go on very often with people. I don't know why. I mean, he has interviewed, like I had Johnny Mitchell from the Connect. He's a true crime channel out of California. It was really cool, man. I'll let you go after this. I reached out to Johnny and I said, hey, we'd love to have you on for an interview. And Johnny says, well, I only do in studio interviews. I'm in California. Well,
Hmm.
after Sean's arrest, Sean cannot come back to the United States. He's banned from the U.S. That was part of his parole. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, so and all of a sudden, like a month later, Johnny says, dude, he said, I don't know how you manifested this, but my production crew has got me scheduled to go to England in November. So we ended up having Johnny come on, and he interviewed Sean in his studio and everything. So it worked out. But what I was getting at is just, Sean doesn't do that many interviews because he's now having you on. He may bring you on. So I mean that's something I could probably arrange. So
Okay, yeah,
you know,
we can definitely work that out. Thank you, Ray. And Stephanie, shout out to Stephanie. She's from the Caucasian community too.
let's just say from
She
one
said,
saltine from
so
one
one
cracker to
saltine to
another.
another, it's necessary to examine how saltine supremacy shapes us and is part of the worldwide view. We have to root it out and challenge it in ourselves our whole lives. We have to do the work, and that's basically what I was explaining. Like, not necessarily I personally, you Shane. Do I think you're racist? No, you're just a booker. And not to discredit who you are,
Oh, no, no, no,
but
of course.
if somebody has like some questions or concerns, I definitely do think that you should take it into consideration, talk about it amongst yourselves, and then, have somebody who is respectful and can have these conversations with you to open it up. Because I don't see, like, for me, I'm not saying that you can't talk about this. Like, technically, and it's not even a thing where Jag wants to be you exploiting Jag. I've said it plenty of times on my channel. Jag wants to be exploited. Like, no matter if we say don't have Jag on the channel, Jag is wants to go on their channel. Now, is it a channel where it's more favorable towards her and that's why she want to go? Yeah, of course. But
Right.
again, if they ask like, hey, you want to come on our channel and she's going over there, then let her go.
Yeah, and it's one of your another viewers' questions. Grandma Joy sipping on sweet tea. So if you really was upset by what Donut said, don't you think it's time for you to produce content with positivity? Honestly, how do you produce content with positivity if you're producing honest content? Not everything's positive. People die, people get murdered. There's
Hmm.
negativity. Most of what we live through in our lives is some sort of negativity. You're losing a job, you're getting divorced, you're on drugs, you're on alcohol, something, there's always something negative. The only thing we can do as content creators, and again, I'm not one, I'm just a little producer guy, but watching Sean bring people on, again, to give them a platform to speak, that's the positivity. You're letting them speak their mind, unbiased, unfiltered, to the world for you to make a decision on whether they're telling you the truth or not. Some people believe Jaguar to the teeth, and some people think she's a lying fool. That's not my decision to make. I'm here bringing you Jaguar for you, for her, and that's it.
Right.
It's a
And shout out to Peaceful Storm. I appreciate you, but I wanted to DJ EQ, she had mentioned that Jag had lied on another content creator. And just to reiterate, like you said, if there's anybody from the opposing, I don't want to like say opposing side, but anyone she has mentioned, you guys are willing to have them on the show, right?
100%.
Okay. I just wanted to point that out again. I think DJ EQ got here kind of late. So, yeah.
That's cool. And like I said again, I mean, Jag as a guest, she's become a friend of the channel. And again, and when I say a friend of the channel, I don't judge what she talks about. I don't. Again, I can't prove or disapprove what she says about the music industry and things she's seen or whatever. I'm friends with Jag as a person. You know, I can call Jag and say, "Hey, girl, what's up?" You know, talk to Odell, her boyfriend. You
Hmm.
guys want to come on? That's the extent of our conversations. I don't get into, "Hey, did you see her about this? And did you talk to this person? Is it true?" She comes on to entertain people. And again, entertaining, it's not just the whole premise. It's just that what she's doing is entertaining some people, and some people it's pissing off, and some people it's making happy. YouTube, again, is all about entertainment. Absorb it, but don't let it rule your life. You know, don't let it control every thought you have, because it will pollute you at the same time.
Mm.
You know, so just my thoughts, you know, but AT2, I appreciate you, brother. And again, anytime, you know, I'll get in touch with you. I've got your channel information, and I'll hit you up. Maybe we'll get you on for a morning stream one day. You and Madge, you can hook up, and you know. Yeah, I tell you, Maggie's a sweetheart. Again, I don't know the relationship there, but I like Maggie. Maggie and I actually did have words one time, and she just about chewed the teeth off me, and for making one comment. So she's very passionate. That's the best I'll say. So, but I do
Yeah.
respect her very much.
Right.
Who's
AT2
Love
suggests
Jones?
he talks to Love Jones. Okay, yeah. Shane, hit me up, and
Okay,
then definitely we can connect. It's AT2 underscore for real on Instagram. I don't know if you do Instagram or
I do 100%. I'll go ahead and follow you now. I'll get on there from Sean's channel, and I'll follow you from there.
okay, and anything else that happens after the stream, I'll ask you about if other people have questions and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure thing, guys. Again, I'm an open book. I don't mind coming on anytime, and I enjoy it. I'm learning. I'm like tonight. I'm learning from you. Any channel I come on, because if I'm going to be doing this, I've got to learn how to be patient. And you've done it. You've built a channel. I'm learning from a teacher. You know, every time I come on a channel.
Mm.
So, all right,
Thank you.
guys. Everybody,
I appreciate you coming up.
yes, sir. Everybody, have a good night with love, peace, and stay out of trouble.
Thank you. You too. All right, that was a cool conversation. I like that. I had no idea who Shane was. Like, I don't remember him on there. Again, I don't watch all the time, so I didn't necessarily know who he was. So I get it. Okay. Not Mac. That was funny right there. Y'all crazy. I love it. Um, I definitely like that conversation. I like that I was able to talk to somebody from that side. Because, like I said, at this point, I was all like, hey, I'm not going to watch it because it'll be triggering. Like, uh, listen, a lot of people give me flack because I don't watch everything with Jaguar. Like, I have to take it in little spurts because the shit's kind of depressing, y'all. Not kinda. It is. And so I don't take in everything. Like I have to take it in little spurts. Like if there's something specifically like we can talk about on the channel, then yeah, we'll talk about that. But we're not going to divulge everything. Yeah, no. Yeah, thank you for facing the firing squad. Oh yeah, y'all was lighting his ass up. Like, see, this is why Madge be mad at me because y'all was lighting her ass up. Everybody I have on the channel, y'all be lighting their ass up. Damn it. Oh my god. Um, it was triggering with him over here. How come, Grandma Joy? Let me know. Cammy, I don't care. Yeah. And I know some of you guys, I knew some people would be all like, oh, why'd you let him say this about the cokehead? Listen, that fool is over there saying that I have a disease because I had to go get a few tests and stuff like that because something was wrong with my penis. And he done took that and clipped that up and all that. So listen, I have no sympathy for him. And I just want to say, Melanie, thank you so much for having my back because I've seen a lot of people in the chat are like, oh, you're letting him know that. Melanie, thank you because there's a lot of people who are newer over here and they don't understand and they don't get things that are going on, right? They don't know the history. And so for some people who are new, it just looks like, oh, you're a hater. And they don't actually understand, like, no, there's a lot. Listen, y'all be mentioning people in my chat. I recently unblocked people, but a lot of y'all were blocked because I'm all like, don't mention them in my chat. Don't mention this person. Don't mention that person because I don't rock with them. Now, necessarily, I'm not going to be all like, don't say this person's name. I'm just going to block you. I don't need to explain my history with these people or that person. Technically, it's none of your business. I'm just not going to make a big deal of it. Like I said, I don't hate anyone. It's just one person, and y'all know who it is. One person I don't like. What, your penis has a disease? No, it's fine. It's okay. They did not have to chop off my dick. It's fine. It's still there. So I'm good, y'all. I promise. Please don't go. Y'all don't want me to go to Sean Atwood channel? And here's the thing. I wouldn't go on there so I can be like, oh yeah. I'm not gonna do the doo-doo mama stuff. Like, it's not gonna be a back and forth. It's going to be a conversation. If it's gonna be doo-doo mama shit and the doo-doo mama, doo-doo daddy, let's not discriminate genders or doo-doo theys. You know, all the pronouns. The they, him, she, her, all the pronouns, doo-doo on it. I'm not doing that. Because again, that'll be black people fighting on it. What? No, I'm not gonna do. I promise I wouldn't do that. But if they want to have me as a guest and have a conversation about certain things, I'm down for that. But not necessarily be on there screaming and yelling with Jag. No, nah, unless it come with a check. Now, if it come with a check, oh, I'll get on there and act a fool. Give me a check, yeah, I'll act a fool. But free 99, dog, not for free 99. I can do that on my own channel if I want to do doo-doo daddy, doo-doo mama, doo-doo they, thems, you know. If we want to do that content, I can do it on my own channel. I don't need I'm just being honest, y'all. I can do it on my own channel. I'm not doing that. Listen, I'm too grown. You know, I turned a year older. I'm too grown now for that. Let me read some of your comments because I want to know why y'all think like uh, they know you don't like him and that's why they only mention him when. So you think it's strategic? Like, oh, I know. Oh, Miss Spice, I didn't. Wow, that's interesting. Mm. Right. Okay, that's interesting. So they're like, oh, we know you don't like this person, so this is why. That's an interesting perspective. Go, but which guests with you? Darcy, that's a good question. I, listen, I wouldn't just to go, just to be like, oh, look at me, I'm on Sean's. No, I wouldn't go. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I can go on plenty of platforms that are bigger than me. You guys don't see me panel hopping on everybody's platform. I might be in their chat, but I'm not on everybody's platform because again, it looks a certain way and it has to be a certain reason why I'm on the platform, you know, so I don't really do that. But again, if it's right and it's like, okay, we're gonna have an actual conversation, I can, you know, I can get it. Uh, th- um, thank you, Nate. I appreciate you telling him that. But fuck him, fuck his daddy, fuck his mama, his whole generation. Please don't get involved. No, it's past that point of niceness. Like, no, I can care less. Especially not with you still playing videos of me. Like, how is he not like? Come on now, come on, man. Like, you see over there, he's still playing videos with me. No, no, thank you. Like, at this point, nah. Um. Oh, I put that behind my membership. That's why you. Because I was like, didn't y'all just see what this fool messaged me? The members have seen it, but again, I don't want to waste my time. So I want to ask you about Sean Atwood and Cammy. I seen like what was the original point of it, um, of the video. We were talking about how Jag allegedly got paid 300K by Rocnation. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. No, no, not at all. Mm-mm. Um, but let me do a countdown real quick because I want to ask you guys. I really want to know. Yes or no? Should I do? Hold on, let me highlight this comment because some of y'all don't be catching the comment. Should I or should I not do Sean Atwood's channel if I'm asked to go? Yes or no? 30 seconds. Ooh, that's kind of mixed right there. It's a no for me, dog. Beautiful. Okay, let me do a poll question then. Okay, should should I be a guest on the Sean Atwood show? Okay. All right. I went ahead and put a poll up, so go ahead and vote, you guys. Yeah, the chat was going way too fast. I don't even think Melanie caught like who was which answer was winning. Okay, so far yeses. Okay. Okay. And again, we might have some Sean fans in here too. Only wait a month. Okay, so I should hold out on going. It was refreshing to hear. Right, Michelle. Like that's how I felt too. I was all like, okay, well, I kind of want to get the other perspective, and I want to say again too, I'm. I know that Sean went to jail. I'm just more ignorant on like the whole situation and the reason and why. I haven't really looked at it. My only critique was okay, y'all got this lady over here and y'all don't really like I said, y'all don't really know the culture. That's more of my issue. Like y'all don't know the culture, so y'all don't know the things to question or the things to even ask her. That was my thing, and I just left it on that. I don't really care about looking up people's history and stuff like that unless it's something like, wait, hold on, what? But yeah, I didn't really care about that. And as y'all know, I wasn't going to watch the other guy, so yeah, if he's talking about it, I'm not watching it. No. Okay, 54. Ooh, y'all kind of mixed on this. Yeah, still the saltine. Shout out to our favorite cousin Stephanie, by the way, the saltine. Ah, y'all are hilarious. Thank you, Isaiah. I appreciate it. Now I do feel Jag is going to come and then clown. Yeah. And listen, if it was ever a thing where I felt set up, I would drop out. Immediately, I would drop out. I wouldn't let anybody just set me up, you guys. I promise that. But I do feel like there could be a good conversation and a good dialogue. It just has to be done right. He got a big platform. It is business. Right, Miss ATL is saying you're right about that. Oh, she done canceled her membership. What the hell? I love Miss ATL is saying, by the way. Don't trip. Um, but if like I said, if it could be a conversation, I don't mind. um any of the other stuff, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, no, I wouldn't go on there to act a fool. And especially just like Miss ATL and saying said, he got a big platform. Why would I go on there and try to act a fool? I wouldn't do that on purpose. um Oh, thank you, Melanie. If AT2 can enlighten and educate the Atwood audience on culture, appropriation, and vulture-like behavior, expose Jag's lies, and to vet their guests better, I say it's a win for our side. And oh, okay, and then that was the end. Okay, I know there's a second part to it. And thank you, Melanie. Shout out to Melanie. I definitely like what you're saying right now. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, and thank you for supporting the channel, Isaiah. If I didn't say thank you, don't go. Why? You talk. Uh, you talk so negative, then you trying to talk negative about Jag. Hell no, stay your ass with your class. With class you in. I don't know if that was an insult. I don't know how to feel about that. Listen, Shane. Shane, if you still in the chat, listen. That you need to learn about the culture. They will eat your ass up, Shane. Just say thank you. That's all you need to do, Shane. Just say thank you. They will eat your ass up. And Cammy especially, she been rocking with me for a minute. How long you been rocking with me for, Cammy? It's been at least like 2 years. Yeah. If AT2 went there, Jag will lose her three treads. After that, Yoshi will. Oh my God, Yoshi will have to draw 3 hairs. I forgot about that lady. Yeah, Ayasha was her name. I forgot about her. Man, I've been married twice. I'm not. Oh, he said he ain't. Oh, okay, y'all. Hey, be my guest. Nope, that's the narcissist platform. You will lose. You're cool. Mark my words. Dang, and I hate when y'all be right too. That's the thing. Okay, so say I go on there, right, and then I ended up getting blindsided or something like that, and y'all be like, "CAT2, we told you," and then I gotta come back and look at y'all like. You know, I think it was Miss ATL and Stan that told me, like, I don't know, AT2, why you always ask us for our opinion because you do what you want to do anyway. It was either Cammy or it was Miss ATL and Stan. I forgot. You need therapy before going on. Don't drink either. Okay, okay, I won't drink either. I don't drink that much anyway, so yeah, that's not a problem. BB, yo, you got a point with that one. They said they did their research. Yo, that's a good one right there. Yo, I mean, yeah, you basically wrapped it up in a bow and made it pretty for him, and then gave it to him as a gift. Yeah, you said it. You said it. And and again, that can be one of the things. Like, hey, how come Jack has gone back on her words and she's not saying this or she's not saying that? That could be a conversation. And then once they have that information, they can then take that and be like, hey, well, Jag, AT2 had this question for you. Can you answer to this? Because again, if we're calling her bald headed, you stink, you need to take a bath, all that stuff, which, I have said in the past. If we're saying that, but we're not trying to have a conversation and actually educate people, then where's it going? Because through all like the bald headed, muddy, dirty water, you need to take a bath, you stink, your breath stank, you on drugs, all that gets distracting for people who just want to know, okay, well, why is she a liar? You know, Prepped and informed. Thank you, Hurting. I appreciate that, Hurting Cats. Okay. Yeah, and definitely I will. I will do my research. Oh, you know what? DJ Genesis she would be a good one to have on their show. Yeah. Shane, if you're still here, DJ Genesis, She would be somebody to have on your show too as well. I like her. She's lying because her mouth was open. Wait, what does that mean? And you know what? Funny thing, I wonder how she's going to react to Shane being over here. Now, I don't think necessarily she's going to cuss them out or anything like that, but I know she's going to have a comment or two or three about that. Um, See, I heard something about the Sammy the Bull stuff, but I really didn't look into it because isn't Sammy the Bull wasn't his daughter on Mob Wives or whatever? But I'm not too much into the mob culture and stuff like that, so I'm not too educated on it. But listen, I'll do my research and I'll ask, like, hey, do you know Sammy the Bull? I'll ask. The Ronnie Bo fake missing scam story to make money. Good job, Atwood and Jag grifting. Oh, so the missing story was a storyline. Well, like I said, and this wasn't about Ronnie Bo, so I didn't bring it up to Shane at all. But with Ronnie Bo, I've been more or less like, okay, I kind of need proof of some of the stuff you're saying. I don't believe a lot of the stuff that you're saying. Like, I feel like a lot of people have been following the Jaguar blueprint. You know, a lot of people have watched Jaguar and seen how she get down, and now they want. And I feel bad for people who have been victimized and have things done because of certain situations, especially with the Lamisha stuff. It has almost made me go like, I question everybody now. I question everyone. Everybody who AT2, can I come back and answer some of these questions? Yeah. Let me drop the link. Again, let me finish what I was saying. Like with Lamisha, like it makes you look at everybody and be like, okay, well, are you really telling me the truth? Like I hate to say I don't believe you, but it makes me question it. And I want to say something too. I don't question like just everybody because I think a lot of y'all think like if you come to me and say AT2, I was a victim, I'll be like, no, no. Like today, I was sitting on a plane next to a lady, right? And she was telling me a story about something that happened to her. I was like, oh, I'm sorry that happened. Like, you know, you didn't deserve that. And I didn't go like, huh, is this lady telling me the truth or is she lying? So I don't want y'all to think like if you came to me personally and told me a story, I'll be like, oh, y'all lying. Oh, get out of here, get out of here. It's when it's these situations, you know, that's when I have a question. Okay, Shane, are you back?
Brother, I'm going to tell you one thing. You have got one of the best communities I've ever seen. And I'm going to
Thank
tell
you.
you
I
why.
appreciate that.
Now, and seriously, they will go to bat for you and shred somebody to pieces. And that's very commending, especially for a smaller channel. I can tell you because I've seen some chats that just don't give a damn, but your people are your people. And I respect that. But I had to come back because a few of the things in there are just ignorant. I mean, it's just stupid. You know, getting beat up about like saying we block like negative comments about Jag. We block ignorant, rude comments about Jag. If somebody says she's a lion bee and she's a hoe, you know, I'm not going to have her disrespected as a woman just because you don't like her. But I'm not going to let her be disrespected as a woman at all. I've got
Right,
20. I
right.
got 20 mods I'm in charge of, and I tell them if it would affect your wife or your husband, and you wouldn't want to hear it, then you get rid of it. And if people don't
I
like it,
think that's
I don't
fair.
care. I'm not going to have a guest berated because they want to get on there and have their 15 seconds of fame in somebody's chat. And that's the thing that gets me. And Sammy the Bull, y'all got to stop with that. Google it. HBO Max special dropped last week. He and Sammy the Bull. He's known Sammy the Bull for years. So
Mm.
somebody said, oh, he said he never knew Sean. I've never yet seen that. Let's see. Let me find Sammy the
So
Bull's
is
chat.
Sean? So is Sean work? Are they saying Sean knows him, or he is working on the documentary?
Well, it's both. I mean, if you do a documentary with somebody, I would think. I mean, he knew Sean for years. Sean went to prison over selling ecstasy, large amounts. Okay, this is back 20
Mm-hmm.
years ago. You know who his biggest competitor was? Sammy the Bull. That's how he met Sammy the Bull. I mean, he's got some wild stories
Mm.
of being in rooms with guys, big Italian guys with guns, and basically being told to stop selling ecstasy or it was coming down on them. That was right before they went to prison. It's all documented. He wrote it in a book. And whether you believe the book or not, I don't know. But when Sammy the Bull and he come on the HBO Max special, it's all going to be aired out. But he knows him. Michael
Mm-hmm.
Franzese, the other Italian mobster guy, he had a whole tour with him last year. And people said he didn't know him. Michael came to Europe and did a tour with Sean, and people said he didn't know him. So just don't be dumb. Just look it up. It's easy. You can Google it. It's all right there. So that was about it.
Okay.
Again, I mean,
Yeah.
some of
See, I haven't. And like I said, I have not looked it up because, like, my thing was like, I don't have a personal issue with Sean. The whole culture thing. That's what I more or less had an issue with. So I
right,
never actually looked into him to check him out and all that stuff. Like the times that I've watched him is when he had Jag on his show. So I honestly don't know. So when they're telling me, it's news to me, right?
right.
But again, so the HBO special, Sean is a part of it or not?
Yeah, say that again. I'm sorry. I was reading another
Is Sean
comment.
a part of the HBO special on
Yeah,
Sammy the Bull?
they're co-hosting it together. They did it together. It's an HBO special documentary about both of them.
Okay, and we would see his name in the credits.
As far, yeah, I mean, he's on the show with him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's HBO Max. Sean said because we got attacked on another channel, and I can't remember who it was now. It was somebody we've been talking about earlier was saying, "Oh, Sean, he doesn't know." Sherelle's World was talking about she talked to Sammy the Bull and say, "Never." I'm not going to say anything about that because I was on Sherelle's channel one night and got the most love I'd seen in a long time, and then within a few weeks, all of a sudden, she was jumping on another bandwagon because we were having people of color on, so. No disrespect, but I don't talk about that channel. It just gets on my nerves too. But yeah, it was like, oh, you don't know Sammy the Bull. I'm like, how can you be? Just Google it. It's simple. It's right there. I don't understand it. But
Huh, I'm gonna look at Sean's IMDb.
yeah, let me see. I'm trying to think. Let's see here.
Jenny Seville, Sean Atwood's True Crime Podcast.
Yeah, I'm sitting here right here.
Britain's Hardest Men.
Okay, hang on. And this is
Okay.
here it is. This is on Sean. Is it Stream on Max? Gerardo Gravano, which is his son, Karen Gravano. Debuts January 9th. Max original documentary, Sons of Ecstasy, Logline. And this is all at the epicenter of the 90s
Yeah.
ecstasy
I
drug
guess
trade in
there's a
Arizona.
recording that Sammy the Bull said he didn't know Sean.
It could have been, but and again, I've never heard it. But I mean, here's the log line from the show. At the epicenter of the 90s ecstasy drug trade in Arizona, why does it keep shrinking? Sits an unusual rivalry. English stockbroker Sean Atwood faces off against Gerard Gravano, the sons of notorious New York mobster hitman Salvatore Sammy the Bull. For the first time, the Gravanos tell their side of the story against Sean. Through the riveting firsthand accounts, this thing keeps shrinking down. From both sides or inside both factions, the film unravels the unexpected showdown between the British business guru and the mafia apparent hitman. How much more? I mean, that's HBO stream on HBO Max, and that's off of Google. And he sent that to Sammy, and literally said, "Sammy, people were saying I don't know you," and Sammy laughed back, said, "Yeah, it doesn't look like it, does it?" That's on Sean's
Mm.
Instagram. I'm in his Instagram message with Sammy, so it's like it's there, people. Stream on Max. Look it up. January the 9th. It's coming at you next week.
Oh, it's coming out. Okay, it's not
Yeah.
out yet. January the
No,
9th.
January the
Okay.
9th. Yeah, on
Somebody
HBO
give me
Max.
the HBO Max so I can
Yeah.
so I can log in. Because Shane, listen, on the 9th, if I don't see him and Sammy the Bull in a pit. I'm a we gonna do a whole live stream about how you lied if I don't see them in a
I'll give you my phone
documentary or
number, and
movie
you keep
together.
my phone number. I'll be right here.
Oh, okay, yeah. We gonna. I'm actually gonna set up that live stream,
Let me
and then
see
you're like,
something
all
too.
right, now
Hey, look,
we
do me a
watching,
favor.
we premiering this.
If you go on Sean Atwood's channel, the very first post, you click Sean Atwood, you click live. The very first thing where it says upcoming, it's a picture of Sammy, Sean, and his son, and it says Atwood, Gravano, Sammy's son, Ecstasy Beef Podcast. Okay, that's coming up on. I can't read the date. Damn it!
They're
But it's on
saying
his.
it's with Sammy's son.
Well, it's both of them. But if you look at his YouTube channel, it's the very first live stream on there. It's he and his son. He interviewed both of them because
Okay.
I've already seen the pre-edit to the show, so I've already seen it or most of it. But it's literally on his channel. The very first stream that's on there on the under upcoming.
Yeah. Is it possible there's multiple Sammy the Bull?
Grandma,
That
sip in
was a
that.
good one, Grandma
Honey,
Joe. I
what's in
like
that
that.
sweet tea? I want some of it.
Oh, you want some of her sweet? Listen, that's a married woman. You don't want her sweet. I'm just kidding.
I didn't mean that sweet tea. I'm talking about in the bottle. Come on, man. I respect a married woman.
Oh man. Okay, so another thing. So I guess what's going on in the chat, as I've been kind of looking over, basically
She
they're
says
saying
Timu,
that
Timu,
Jag is
Timu
allowed to
saved the
say.
bull. I'm sorry. That was
Oh no,
funny.
it's fine.
Timu.
Jag is allowed to say things about people and they can't respond back. Now, is it that you're blocking the people that she's speaking on, or just random people in the chat? I just want to
No, I
clarify
mean,
that.
if she's talking about Jay-Z, do we think Jay-Z's in that chat? I mean, who are they talking about? People that are on the show or in the chat?
Well,
What do
she
they
has
mean?
mentioned content creators. That's why I'm saying, are you blocking content creators that she's mentioning, or just people in the chat? And I'm not saying that the subscribers, you guys are nobodies, but they're not going to know who you are. Like
No, I mean,
if Jag says, "I can't stand Elizabeth um, Elizabeth Johnson," they don't
right,
know who Elizabeth Johnson is, right? But if it's
right.
somebody like, oh, I can't stand AT2, then I expect some kind of decorum that I can come and be like, hey, she lying. Like, this is
No, we
me.
don't block
You know.
anybody. Again, we don't know if you're a creator or not unless it's got a check mark next to your name. So if you come in there as John Doe and you say, well, I'm so and so, I'm not going to block that. Why would I block it? It's content. You know, you're having a
Mm,
conversation. Now, again, if you're rude and you come here and act like an ass, then yeah, we're going to kick you out. That's what anybody would do.
okay.
But people that keep saying, well, I got blocked, blah, 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 blah. Well, maybe that's because you said something stupid that you shouldn't have, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Jasmine. I appreciate that. Jasmine said, no, it's him. Sean interviewed him in
Oh, wait,
2003. It's on here.
yeah, we're using Jaguar Wright. Okay, we're using somebody who wanted to come on multiple times to tell her story. How in the hell are we using somebody? It's a guest on a show to provide content
Mhm.
for you. So how are we using somebody that wanted to come on the show voluntarily?
Well, because they say Jag has mental issues, and so they feel like you're exploiting a mental illness. But Jag will
No,
say, I don't have a mental illness. So,
AT2, I'm going to tell you, 3/4 of the people probably in all of our chats have mental illnesses to some degree. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. We all suffer from it. It's how, we deal with it. We also suffer from mental illness because you can be depressed, those kind of things.
You know, and the thing is, people say that, like Miss Angie said, all you have to do is tell the truth about Jag. People, you've only got so much space in a chat. You can't tell the truth about somebody. Most of them are one sentence comments. So if somebody wants to come on and contest what Jag's saying, I'll give you a link. Jag ain't scared. I can tell you that. I'll tell you that about her real quick.
Yeah.
She welcomes anybody up.
Oh, I just got an idea for your because you're gonna have a show on Atwood's channel, right?
Me personally, yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe not your first show because you want to do like an introduction, right?
No,
But
I want a
maybe like
banger,
the
brother. I want a
second
banger. You
show.
give me a good idea, and I'll pull you on there with me.
Okay, I think for the second show, you should have a call in where people can actually come and, say like, "Hey, well, I know this or that or that or this." So they can have that will to be able to. That way, even though it's on Sean Atwood's platform, it's
Right.
technically not Sean. It'll be you, where it's a call-in show. And like,
Right.
don't give them, because some of y'all like to call in and be talking for like 30 minutes. No, give them a minute to go ahead and ramble off, and then move on to the next person.
That's a good idea.
And not
I,
with Jag there. Like, let it be, and then Jag can then answer if she wants to, like another show or whatnot.
right. Now, hey, how would you do the call-ins? I just have them call in on the phone and play it on speaker?
I know they have like the Blog Talk Radio, or I was gonna say, it could be StreamYard. You know,
Okay.
like you can do like the, for example, you can do like the solo layout. That way, you don't have to worry about somebody, and it can just be you and just do the solo layout where they can't see, who it is.
See, I knew very little about StreamYards. The most I've figured out how to do is flip people's pictures around. That's the most I've done with it so far. So, um,
Oh, or you can put like a picture on the screen like that, and
okay.
then just have it, because you're gonna be an avatar anyway, right? So just have it like
No,
that. Or
when
were
I
you gonna
do it,
show your face?
yeah, I'm gonna get my beard trimmed up.
Oh
The way you
yeah, you
see
was
me,
gonna get the Santa Claus beard trim. Okay.
yeah, the way you see me in that picture is how I'm gonna come on. I'll just have a little bit less hair and be a lot whiter.
Okay.
Man, see, Orlando. What did Orlando just say? I wanted to bring up. Shane knows
Uh.
Jaguar going to disrespect Blackfeet people. I've never heard Jaguar disrespect any people of her own race. Now, again,
Oh
I
no.
may
See,
be.
now I gotta call you out on that.
No,
No,
wait.
trust
I said
me.
I've never heard. I'm not
Now
saying.
say, don't get on here and lie. Come on now.
No. I'm not saying I. I'm saying I've never
Oh, you say
personally
you
heard.
have not? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying she hasn't, but I'm not. I'm saying me personally, I've never heard her do it. Um, so I can't say. I'm saying me personally. You know.
Yo, everybody is cracking up in the chat. They like, what?
Now, again, tell you what, you guys probably know her well better than I do. I've only known Jack a very short period of time, and you guys have been watching her. So again, I'm not
Right.
saying you're wrong. I've
Uh-huh.
never personally heard it. And again, when she's on, I'm doing 8 different things at one time. I'm not always paying attention to every word that's coming out of her mouth. I've got 20 moderators that
Right.
handle that.
Because she
You
says
know.
a lot. So yeah, I totally get it.
Now I'm with you guys, and again, Natesman, I hear you. I'm with you. I understand. And again, I'm not saying you guys are wrong at all. I just, me personally, have never done it. You know what I mean?
Okay, we'll give you that. You ain't never heard it, but oh, trust me, we've heard it.
No, and that's right. I'm sure you have. Again, you guys have been watching her a lot longer. I've only known Jag a very short period of time. I'm not defending anything that she says or anything she's done. I just personally
Mhm.
have never heard her talk about anybody of her own color in a degrading way, or what I consider degrading. I've heard her call people idiots, assholes, and of the such, but never anything that's color related. It's human related.
Okay, we'll give you that, but
Yes, please give me a
yeah,
little bit,
we've
because
heard her say a lot, yeah. But again, it's something that we're looking that we actually hear and we look for. Like you said, you're doing other things. You're not actually on there listening to everything. So
and sometimes I just go
I
watch
get what you're
TV.
saying, because
Sometimes I get
again,
off the stream and watch TV. I got to have a life too. I like
yeah,
that.
because
Will
I get
for
in trouble
ignorance.
because I don't watch everything about Jaguar, but I'm all like, yo, I can't be consumed with everything about this lady.
Yeah, I mean, my job is to get guests and to produce a show. It's not my job to dig. That's Sean's job. As far as digging for questions and things like that
Yeah.
about her life or whatever. It's, hey, get this person. I get them. I say hi, welcome to the show. I'm gone.
Hmm.
I got to go on to the next person. I don't have time to sit there.
Right.
And I always watch the
It-
streams, but I'm in, I'm out. I'm on your stream. I'm on this stream, watching for the next person we want to have on. So
right.
the,
And
the
that's why I said,
Scam
like, I think
Atwood
it'll
channel.
be good to have a conversation with Sean, because Sean is the person that everybody,
Oh, let me tell you,
yeah.
Truth Paste and the Scam Atwood channel. Yeah, I've banned your ass before, so I'm gonna call you out, Truth Paste, because everything you said on their
Oh,
channel was a
truth.
lie. I got your number, Toothpaste, whatever you want to call yourself.
I
Yeah, I've
seen
never.
Toothpaste the other day in my chat. They were nice to me.
No. I just remembered at one point in time. I remember that name. They're all buttholes all tight because they got banned. That's why, and I'm the one that banned them.
Oh, okay. You was
Yeah,
like, oh, it's
I'll straight go to
personal with
war
that
on that
one.
one. I
Okay.
banned that person. So you won't come talk to me, bring it up here. So, but look, guys,
Yeah.
again, love you guys. You've got an amazing community. They fight for
Thank
you.
you.
I really, it again, it amazes me again to see a bunch of people that don't really know each other to come together to block to cover for you. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, they look out for me.
that's a compliment to you as a person, you as a creator. Do you keep doing it the same way? And when I get the show together, you'll be one of my first guests on there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You have a good night, Shane.
And you can bring all these hateful mofos there to beat me up too. And I'm kidding.
Y'all
Love you guys.
heard that? He wants y'all to come in this chat and eat them up. Hey, that's what they here to do. And no, I honestly like my audience because when they disagree with me, they tell me that they disagree, and I'm completely fine with it. I like that they are allowed to have an opinion. There's only certain things I don't play with, and I'll be like, all right, your ass gotta go. But they're allowed to have their opinion. That's what I love. Yes, Stephanie and DJ Genesis, you can come back too. I definitely want Stephanie because she's a Caucasian and she can kind of translate things. And then I want DJ Genesis to come back up because I know DJ Genesis wanted to say anything. Um, do I want anybody? And the rest of you who be panel hopping, I still don't like your ass. F you. Go to hell. I don't want you on my goddamn channel. The rest of y'all can. The one. Listen, the people who know that I don't fuck with them, they know who I'm talking about. They ain't got no question. What's up, Genesis? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you? You know I like to yell and rant. You know.
Man, listen, I was waiting for you to get back home so I can really like talk my ish. You know what I'm saying? Because really, I was trying to be professional, but on the real, the way this woman have been getting on her channel and talking mess about my child's father, talking about like the other person that's whatever, and lying about that stuff. Like she.
Right.
How could you imagine a person? All right, that like is going behind the scenes talking to another person and then recording them on the phone
Mm-hmm.
and interrupting them the whole time, like no, and then tries to morph the conversation into what they want. That is so narcissistic at best, right?
Right, and
Like
that's what she does.
she's sitting up there like the whole time she's talking to like this person, she's up there morphing like no, I need you to do. And at the end, the whole objective was to get her to do a show with her and try to embarrass herself on that show. Oh, do you have a DNA test? Do you have this? Whatever, whoop whoop whoop. And then it's like, oh well, Genesis is a black hole. But okay, black holes are very powerful. I'm sorry, so I'll be a black hole itch.
Wait, is she saying that you know how to suck good? Like, what does that mean, a
No,
black hole?
she called me a black hole. She said I'm a black hole. Okay.
What does a
Uh,
black hole mean?
I don't effing know. Like, I guess you get lost in the song. I don't exactly know, but she's been telling Shaka that I'm a black hole, Legina I'm a black hole. She told Shaka before that he left my house that he needs to get away from me because I'm like this evil person. And bottom line is that I was doing nothing but trying to help them, helping Solar, helping Velvet, all those people that like left Carbonation. But she turned it into like negativity. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because she came into the situation, saw that people were harmonious, people were like living good, and then she just hated it. Something with her in her hated the harmony and had to disrupt that because I was the one that was creating the harmony. And she
Yeah,
came
but
into
you
my
wasn't
house.
a black hole. Those people were the black holes. Whatever that means.
Listen, yeah, I'm the black hole. I'm a black hole and blah blah blah. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the bottom line is that like she did everything to like mess up everything I was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? All I was trying to do was trying to help people out to get past the whole torture and whatever was going on with Nature Boy, move on and try to help them to go to another level. I was never trying to do anything that she was saying. And so even with Legina, she actually called me and said, listen, she told me that Legina was being followed by like mafia people. I called a friend of mine. I'm thinking that she is really being followed. I'm trusting what she says. Okay. Called
Right.
my friend who had a pistol ready to shoot, right? Legina ran into the car. I'm thinking that there's really something going on, right? It was like it was during a blizzard, okay, in February. So I said, okay, Legina, go outside, run to the car. I'm thinking there's something really wrong. So imagine like the mindset of a person that would really like
Mhm.
lie to someone and make them feel like this only to like get them down here, and the whole objective is to embarrass them and to get like,
And use them for content. That's what she did.
that's crazy, right? So imagine
Yeah.
she brought me into it, she brought everybody else into it, and
Right.
I'm
Everybody
over
was
here.
used as a pawn in a storyline. Let me let Stephanie up here. What's
Yes.
up, Stephanie? How you doing? You can hear
Hey,
us?
cuz. Hey, cuz. Can you hear
Hey.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead and sound off. I wanted to get you in here. I didn't want you waiting too long. I know your internet and stuff. You be in like natural disasters and shit. So
Oh, all the time. Do I have an echo? Because I can kind of hear. I might have like some feedback. Is it okay?
yeah, you're
I can
fine.
hear you, very
Okay,
well.
cool. Okay, cool. Um, I want to start by addressing Mr. Shane, my fellow saltine.
Yes. Let me make you
Hey,
bigger on the screen. Here you go.
listen. I I don't want to impute any bad intentions on you or any, because I don't know you, right? I don't know you. Um, I suffer from spinal stenosis as well. I know it's a bitch. So shout out to you for enduring all that. But
Mm.
it's there are things that we grow up with. We have an orientation towards the world as white people, as saltines, that we are it's from everything from the minute we're born. We learn from our parents, we learn from society, we are centered in this society, we are oriented to consider ourselves centered and to take for granted that we're centered in this society. We it's That's what privilege is, right? People,
Right.
it's a joke about white privilege being woke and all this stuff. People have made it into this thing that
Right.
is
When black people were
funny,
the people to say woke, it was just being conscious and aware, and then white
right?
people took it and then made it some. I don't. I know what they did, but they fucked it up. Keep going. I'm
Right.
sorry.
And privilege is being centered in the society and taking for granted that you are the end all be all of this society, right? And we just have to be conscious of that. We have to be aware of it, and we have to fight it. We have to challenge it in our minds. We have to root it out. We have to fight it. We have to listen, and we have to listen. We have to listen to
Hmm.
people, to Black people, and other
Amen.
ethnicities as well. But we have to listen to Black people when they tell us you are being supremacist right now, and we don't
Hallelujah.
argue. We don't argue. We don't say, "Oh no, I'm not." My best friend's black. No, 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 no. We listen and we look and we go, okay, I'm being supremacist now. You don't have to ask them why or how. They don't have to tell you unless they want to. But you go and say, like, you sit down and you have a little talk with Jesus and you ask yourself, I'm being supremacist right now. How am I orienting myself in this world to make myself on top like I've always been taught that I am? And how do I sit myself down and stop assuming that the world caters to me, right?
Right.
And I think people in this chat were telling you that you were assuming a lot. You were assuming that the world treats us all equal. It doesn't. Okay, it doesn't. And you need to sit and think about how you are um, assuming a lot. When you said you don't see color, yes we do. Yes we do. Everybody
Right.
does, but white
Right.
people do especially. Okay,
Hmm.
and so we don't need to be assuming that we're not racist because we're brought up in a society in which we are. We will never shake that. It's a lifelong fight to shake that, to get that out. We're never successful. There will always be vestiges of it in the back of our minds. There will always be cobwebs there, always.
Right.
And when people tell you to sit and think about your privilege, and it's not a joke. Privilege is not something that, check your privilege. It's not a fucking joke, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you sit there and you think about and examine it and listen to people what they tell you that you are not taking into consideration your supremacy or the historical implications of what you're saying and doing.
Right.
That's
Right.
one.
All you have to do is listen. Like,
All you have to
not
do is listen.
everything is to be so combative. Like, it's really just say,
Exactly.
like, hey, um, check it. Like, really, like, we're pointing something out. And like I was saying, you can take it in and be all like, okay, how do I change this? How do I, let me listen to your perspective. Let me listen to what you have to say. And again, Stephanie, something that you pointed out, it's not black people's job to tell you at all. It's not. Now, if we want to, that's that is a privilege. But if we
Absolutely.
don't, it is what it is. It's your job to look at yourself.
hmm And and I say this as somebody who is in the black tea sector, who came from the Umar Johnson sector.
Right.
You
And
know,
how the hell did Stephanie get in the Umar Johnson sector? We ain't
oh
got
my
time for
gosh,
that story, but
that is a
that's what I
long
always say.
story. It actually came out of being in the black tea sector. It actually did. It did, because I was listening to Funky Dineva talk about his degrees, and I was like, oh,
uh,
and I heard him on the Breakfast Club, and I was like, wait a second, this guy, and then it was down, it was on from there.
yeah.
Um,
Oh,
but
and here's the thing too, Shane. I don't know if you're still here, but Stephanie is always called all kind of white cracker, all this and all this. Like, she gets it too. Like, they don't think like every black person like Stephanie. They eat
oh,
her alive too, and she takes it.
not at all. No, whew, my
Yo, they
one,
go in on Stephanie.
my favorite lady over there, my best friend over there in the Umar Johnson sector loves me. Woo, my gosh.
Yeah.
She's literally calling me a member of the three-letter organization now. Like that's a fact. Like she's saying that. Like it's a fact.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
Oh, and
It's not.
Stephanie Gay
It's
too.
not.
They don't like her for that too. Not to put all your business out there, but
Oh no, yeah, they don't like that either.
yeah,
Um,
Stephanie got all the whammies.
but
Except being a person of color. She ain't got
it's
that
not.
one, but
It's not. It's not something. Except for the thing where they're factually saying I'm a member of the organization that shall not be named. That one
right.
does bother me. But other than that, it's like, hey, it's a. I would. I'm not going to complain about that because I think it's natural to be suspect. I do. I think that's just part of the game. I think that's not part of the game, but I think that's part
Right.
of the.
Somebody in here said you a CIA agent or something like that. So yeah, like they're always
um,
leery of you. And you
I mean, but
and you know you should be. Like when you see white people and black people's faces, you're like, what the hell you
yeah,
doing here? It's natural, right?
absolutely,
But we know
absolutely,
you, so we get it. We understand it.
absolutely, and I think that's just it's not. It to the extreme that some people have taken it in the Umar Johnson sector is kind of
Mhm.
it's a little it hurt it kind of could be funny like when they call me a cracker and all that stuff, but like at the same time, like I'm not going to complain about it except for the one thing where it's like the member of the three-letter organization
Yeah,
that
the three letter.
that's a little
Yeah.
too far for me. But otherwise it's like why wouldn't I expect like it's I am coming. I'm a guest in the space. I'm a guest
Mhm.
in the space, and I think that that is absolutely correct. That questions should be asked. I understand that,
Is
and I
Dr.
don't
Umar
fault for that.
Cuban? This is the second comment I've seen about that. Is he Cuban?
Um,
Or is he at ADOS? He don't really use those terms.
he doesn't. He uses
Yeah,
Pan
he like
Africanist.
Africa, African.
Yeah,
Oh, and he says
yeah.
because you know how like there's black people who be like, oh, we the real Indians. Like he be like, you pretendians. Like yo,
Uh,
Umar be going off. But that's a different
yeah.
conversation for a different day. But is he
He's
Cuban?
He says he's African. I mean, that's his whole thing, right? Is
Okay,
Pan
yeah, and
Africanism,
technically, if you're from Cuba, you can be from Africa. So yeah, that
right? I mean, that was
the technical. Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
I've been to Cuba, and I think it's like a third of the population is what would they would call Black Cubans.
yeah,
They
they have
were
a high population. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, they were part of the
Celia Cruz.
yeah, the triangular industrial um, genocide. The industrial
Mhm.
uh, you know, what would you call it? Atrocity. Cuba was a stop on there, so there's descendants of people kidnapped in
Right.
Cuba, right? So, and then I was going to talk about the other thing I wanted to come up about was this whole thing with Sean Atwood and Sammy the Bull. Um, there's two things I don't like, right? Because we've talked about this. I've said it
Right. The
behind the scenes.
mob.
I've said it on your show. Dirty cops and the Italian mafia. I can't
Hmm.
stand them. I don't like them. Um, and Sean Atwood apparently, he was in prison for this, drug dealing. I don't know what I should say it on your platform, but this trade. He was in the illicit substance trade, right?
Yes.
And apparently, Gravano's son was in the illicit substance trade in the same vicinity at the same time. Okay. And went to
Oh.
prison at the same time that Atwood went to prison, right?
Hmm.
And so it seems like there was some crossover between, like maybe some rivalry between the son, Gravano Jr., which I don't even think he's a junior,
Oh.
but the younger Gravano and
Yeah, not
Atwood.
Sammy, but the son,
Right, right.
the
So
Bull
I think his name is
Junior.
like Gabriel or something. Yeah, Gravano the
Yeah.
Younger, right? We'll call him Gravano the Younger. And I
Yeah.
don't think, like, I think maybe if there were some allegations that Gravano the Senior was involved in helping his son, with perhaps threatening Mr. Atwood or causing him, to feel like he was should get out of the territory his son was, doing his business in. I think that might be overblown. I can't find any actual um, evidence of this except Mr. Atwood's statements, and
Mhm.
those seem to be perhaps exaggerated a little bit. I've been around people in prison my whole life. I've known a lot of people who've done a lot of time. I've known a lot of people who've done a little time. I know people who've been on death row, people who've done 2 months, right?
Mhm.
It's not unusual for people to say who've been in prison to say that that they've known people who are bigger fish than them. Let's just say that.
Right. Shout out to all the Afro Latinos out there. But not Atwood, Shane. He said, Steph, not all correct. So you might want to watch the special.
I will. I will. I will. I will take some Pepto Bismol and sit down and watch some stuff about the Italian mafia. I don't like them, but I will do it just to be able to report back.
Right. Right. Like I said, I'm gonna be checking it out on the ninth because I want to know, like, is this true? So to dispel it all, like, let's see it,
Right.
because I'm all like, I don't, like I said, I haven't really looked into Sean Atwood, so I don't really know. So my thing is like, okay, let's see if it's true or not. We'll watch the documentary. Does Stephanie do criminal law?
I do. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So let's see. How can I say this? There's already a lot of heat on Sammy, the Gravado Elder, by the
Hmm.
time all this happened. And so I don't know. I mean, can I say like did he shake all his bad habits and stop, deleting people by the time his son was, in the illicit substance trade? I don't know. Probably not. But I couldn't imagine like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I'll watch the special. Okay. But I have one
Yeah.
question. I have one question. I'll leave it on this.
Okay.
Why do the extremely, extremely violent extremely greedy, extremely destructive, extremely criminalized. White people get to be called mafia, and everybody else is thugs and gangsters. Why? Why? Why?
Mm.
Why?
Now that's a good question. I would like to know that too.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
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 The Russians get called the mafia. The Jewish get called the mafia. The Germans get called the mafia. The French get called the mafia. Why is everybody else that's not white not the mafia? I don't
Right.
know.
I think beautiful answered. The color.
Yeah, exactly.
Organization.
I actually
A
I
level
like
of deep level organization that they're able to
I
like
Oh,
I
that's a
like
good one, Genesis. You're right about that.
I like to call it the loosely organized entrepreneurial network that tends to encompass a lot of different kinds of things. And so, and I don't like to call it criminal organizations. I like to call it criminalized organizations because nothing is actually criminal in nature except a very few things. Most of the
Right.
things that are criminal are actually criminalized by a state. So that's mafia is organized crime. Yeah, but a
Yeah.
lot of street crime,
Oh,
allegedly, street crime is
BMF. Now,
organized.
Big Meech is black, so yeah. So because black crime can be organized, um,
Exactly.
Asian, yeah, it doesn't matter. It can still be organized. So why is it still?
Even the Japanese, even the Yakuza get called the mafia, the Japanese mafia.
Mm. Yeah, Genesis. What's your thoughts on that? Because technically, when it comes to all not all crime is organized, but large operations, yeah, like BMF and stuff like that. Like, yeah, the,
I honestly believe it really comes down to like the age of like the group that like actually came in with this name. Like, okay, so mafias existed way longer than gangs, right? So
mhm.
you had like mafias like the Chinese Yakuza, you had mafias like the Russian mafia, you had mafias like the Italian mafia that existed before black American gangs. So once we began to like come together during the Black Power movement and connected with the Black Power and the Panthers, and then we start to motivate stuff within our community. Then it became gangs, not a mafia. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, it was turned into that because they was all black. Just like they recognized the Black Panthers as a hate group, but they never killed anybody or tried to. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to take it too
So
far
then
off,
now
but
all the way up into like Chicago, even though these so-called gangs are organized, they're considered gangs, and other people that are like organized a certain way are considered mafias, like the Chinese mafia. So it's
mhm.
almost a way of like separating like people based on like their organizations, you know?
Right, right. That was a good question, Stephanie. I like that you asked that.
I will say a certain organization in LA used to do like between 1988 and 1992, I think they pulled off like over 300 bank robberies a year. And I don't think people would give that certain organization credit for being so organized and so.
The Black Panthers were the ones that did all those bank robberies. Yes.
Um, I think they don't get the credit for it, but you're probably right. But they don't get the credit for it. It would be considered a street gang that did that, but that gets the credit for it anyway. Um, but yeah, I don't think people would give them the credit that you have to be organized and very strategic to pull off that many bank robberies in such a small amount of time. And that's like one a day for like 4 years. So I think it's not the brains behind the organization. I think it's the perception of the people. That's what I would think. Anyway,
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Steph, thank you for coming up. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Love you, cuz. Good to
Love
see you,
you
Genesis.
too. All right, Genesis. Go ahead and finish us off. I know you was in your bag. So
Yeah,
uh
I kind of like lost where I was, but really like the whole thing about like how a person can like come into a person's house. and
Right.
start to record people, have conversations with them, start to like plot against them for no apparent reason. That to me, and then the whole thing is really based on like some like, okay, she is the evil person, right? She was
Right.
trying to turn everybody in my house against me. And then once Legina decided to leave, then it became, oh, well, now I need to like turn all these ones against her. And that's crazy to me because when I told her how my child's father died, the first thing that she did was get on online. And even though I told her how he died, she still, just to like spite me, said that I was the one that was there and I was the one that killed my child's father, right? Now, after she did that, right? Uh she expects me to stay on her bond. What are you talking about? Why would you say that? And you
Right.
know that the first day I met you, I told you what happened. And then you came out trying to discredit him, discredit me, tell Shaka that the CPS was coming, make up fake emails, all type of crazy stuff, and then
Right.
got on this whole live saying,
And,
"Well, you know, I
and
didn't
shout
do
out
it."
to Chicago, by the way. Roxy, shout out to you as well. She said that, and I'm just paraphrasing, but the gangs, what the organized crime is long gone. Now they're all gangs in Chicago. And
But they
somebody
started
wanted to
off
ask you about
as
the
like
candles,
really like for the
Genesis.
community. They really was started off to like combat like police brutality in the community because they were
Mhm.
also in Detroit. They were in Los Angeles, and then when the riots started, then that kind of got rid of. And you know they were like robbing banks. I actually did an interview on my channel with one of the people. His name was Baba Shaka. And he ended up
Mhm.
on Real Life Street Stars because I was always sending emails. Sending interviews. Every time I would do an interview on my channel, I would send them over to Real Life Street Stars. Baba Shaka actually was
Oh.
a person that like actually got trained by a Black Panther to learn how to rob banks, and that's why he ended up with a 33-year sentence. So, but he got out
Mm.
early. Yeah.
They want
So
to ask you about the candles. Did she burn the candles in your house or something like that?
no, she did not. Well, Legina did burn a candle when
Oh,
my
okay. So you still got spirits in there. Okay, got it.
well, no, I did whatever I could to like fucking get
Oh.
messy. You know what I'm saying? Because, but
Yeah,
you know,
I know Legina quote unquote knew how to do like witchcraft or magic or something like that, but I had like a spiritual person look at it and they said, "Oh, she don't know what she's doing." So I don't think you
here's
have
the thing.
anything.
I don't know how to do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the person
Mhm.
burning candles against people, doing stuff
Wait,
anti.
but didn't you have somebody do a spell on a YouTuber before?
Well, so my godfather, you know what I'm saying? When I told him what was going on,
Yo, Genesis put a spell on a YouTuber. I'm not gonna say the YouTuber, but she put a spell on a YouTuber, y'all.
I didn't do it. I just said, look, I just want him to leave me alone, and he did what he had to do. So yeah. So then
She put a spell
I didn't put a spell on him. I just said leave me
she put a
alone.
spell on you. Yo, this nigga is crazy. She put a spell. Yo, but tell me why I was so proud though. I was like, yes, yes, because I don't like this person, and it's not who you think it is either. But I was like, yo. I listen. I might make jokes about Genesis, but as soon as the show over, I'll be in her DM all like, "Hey, how you doing?" So she don't put no spell on me. I'll be extra nice to Genesis in the DM. On my show, I'll be like, "Oh my God, Genesis, I can't stand you." But in the DM, I'll make sure to be all nice to her so she don't put a spell on me.
Well, this
Shit.
person was being really mean. He was being over the top.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on now, on everything, like really every little thing, like for this amount of time. And so I was
Hmm.
like, can this person leave me alone? And so my
And your daughter
godfather,
was also brought into it too. So I.
yeah, it got really crazy. I'm like, dude, what are we
Mhm.
doing here? So I was like, okay, I need something to like make him leave me alone. And I didn't realize when I said that what it would kind of like entail. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes making someone leave you alone might just be that they might get sick or whatever, and
Yeah.
so that's kind of what happened. But I didn't realize that. So I had to learn, like, okay, I gotta be careful about what I ask for. So that's one thing about spell work. You gotta be careful what you ask for, because I
Yeah.
never want to hurt nobody. I'm not like that type of person. I don't want to hurt
Yeah.
nobody.
And y'all, the
However,
person didn't die. They still on YouTube. Don't worry. They
they
still
didn't die.
alive, y'all.
They got a little bit
Uh
sick at that moment. They got a little bit sick, very sick
yeah,
at
but
that
y'all better
moment.
be nice to Genesis. If y'all wake up with your feet chopped off or you turn into a frog, just know Genesis did it. But Darcy, can we clear this up? Did you remove your name from Jackie's bond? Yes, she did.
I did. That's the reason why she got arrested. That's the thing that she wants to hate me for the rest of her life. She's my
Mhm.
enemy. She's my arch nemesis. And I'm like, bitch, I don't care. Like, get over it. You know what I'm saying? She was calling people, calling Regina. You need to get away from her. She's a black hole. Calling Shaka. You need to get. She's just evil. Blah blah. Blah. That event. So she's actually doing work too. By the way, she's a witch. You know what I'm saying? Make no mistake. Jaguar Wright is a witch.
Oh, Jackie, yeah. She said she put blood, her son ashes in the fentanyl weed and made her ex-husband smoke it.
She's a
So
whole witch.
yeah.
And see
And
my yeah. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, Angie, do you know who we talking about? Keep going, Genesis.
Jaguar is a whole witch out here. The whole reason why Legina left is because that Jaguar was trying to get her to go downstairs and put her energy on some candles that she was burning in some hotel room downstairs that she had specifically for burning candles. The whole reason why she even went crazy because she like fucked around with this bitch named, well, not this bitch, this witch named or actually a priestess, actually, let me like give her respect, named the governess, right? So she
Oh, the governess, yes.
yes, I mean, please don't be mad at me because I just like made a mistake. Okay, governess,
Oh no,
okay,
no, no,
make
no.
this.
It's fine. No, I don't have any problems with the
No, I
governess.
kind of like said some like I just said some shit. The bitch name. Please don't get mad at me because
Oh,
I'm
oh,
not
oh,
putting
oh, yeah. Don't
putting no
don't
cow tongue
offend
on
my
me.
spiritual
Goddamn.
friends out there. Shout out to Ronnie, by the way.
So what
But
happened
Ronnie's
is
not a witch,
no,
you
I'm talking
know.
about like the governess. Cause I kind of like said the wrong thing. So what
Oh,
she
you call?
did,
Oh, yeah. She
yeah,
definitely gonna turn your
please
ass
don't
into
be
a
mad at
frog.
me because
But
she
keep
out she
going.
at one point she thought that I was trying to be in cahoots with real life street stars, and it became a whole mess. I'm like, no, please don't. Okay,
Mm.
so what happened is that like Jaguar I guess was like getting like counseling from her, and whatever happened that the governess found out that Jaguar for some reason, I don't know why, then did a spell on her trying to kill her. So that's why the whole thing happened where she was spiraling out of control because the governess did like a spell, did something with the cow tongue to separate her from Goomba and all this other stuff. Because see, what happens with Jaguar is that she'll be cool with you and she'll find a reason to be upset with you. And then she'll make this whole thing up, and then it'll be a whole thing, and then she'll start doing witchcraft on you. You know what I'm saying? So she started doing witchcraft against the governments. Guess what? Governance is way powerful more than Jaguar. So that's why she's sitting up here. She was tripping out, this, that, the other, getting, trying to like do all this other crazy
Mm.
stuff. And the whole thing was I was trying to remove it. And when I talked to the governor, she said you can't remove it. What I did, can't remove it. And you can actually see on her channel when I talked to her a long time ago, can't remove it. And I was trying to help her. And whatever it was that she did, you can see
Mhm.
on when I did every interview, it was like, no, it can't be removed. So I don't know if even this is like, okay, it might appear she might have went to someone to get something removed, and it might appear that she's coming up. But trust me, you going down, Jack. You going down.
Yeah.
You're not fixing to
Now
keep
I'm gonna have to
coming
take
up.
a shower and try to wash all these spirits off of me. Now that you don't mention all that, yeah, it's time to end the show. You know I don't do these long shows, but I wanted to say shout out to Angie because Angie do know who we talking about. I didn't put her comment up on the screen because I know that it will get back to that YouTuber, but Angie did guess the person right though. That's why I was laughing because I was
So
like, oh,
and
bitch, I
on the
know.
cool, I am not like a person that like does. I'm not like a baneful person that tries to do anything to hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying? I
Genesis,
always
you
try
put a
to help
spell on this
people.
man. Yes, you are. You put.
Okay. Okay. I gotta you know what? I gotta admit that one person,
Yeah,
that one
I
situation, I
mean,
said, you know what?
I think once
I've
we go a
had
little
enough. I've had
spiritual and
enough.
we
I've
doing
had
a
enough.
little razzle dazzle and a alakazay alakazoo, yeah, I think we done. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it wasn't me though. It was my godfather did it. It wasn't me. I didn't do it personally.
Listen, if you had put a spell on me, I would be pissed.
I wouldn't do that. I would. I really.
Right,
It was just
and I
because
don't think you would ever do that to me. But
for
if you
no reason.
did,
Like it was because I was feeling like a person was attacking me, and it's justified. If it's justified, you can't do anything that's not justified. You understand what I'm saying? When it
oh,
comes to this type of work, you can't do it unjustified. If a person's attacking you, you're justified to do it because they're attacking you in a certain way. But
uh
just to
huh.
like attack someone else for no reason, no. Now, if Jaguar is trying to attack me, it would be justified for me to like go back against her. So that's what it would be.
Not beeping.
Bippity boppity boo. Abracadabra. Goddamn it.
Oh my god. Well, Genesis, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. Now, don't put
But
any spell on me or anybody in my chat.
never, never. I don't have no business. Come on.
Okay, you have a good one, Genesis. Thank you for coming up. Oh man. All right, y'all. I done gave y'all a long show. We had a lot going on. Shout out to Shane for coming up. Shout out to Genesis. Shout out to our favorite cousin Stephanie for coming up. We had a good conversation. I really like this show. I love productive shows like this where we get good conversation. So we'll see what comes from it. Where do we leave off the poll? Oh. Y'all said y'all wanted a clue on who it was. What I will say, I'll give you guys a clue real quick. If there's a will, there's a way. Now y'all go ahead and guess who I'm talking about. If there's a will, there's a way. Now y'all can guess who. When you say remove, what do you mean? I think remove like the curse that was put on Jag and her marriage. I think that's what it was. Okay, y'all got it. Okay, no, I knew it. Damn. Yo, he about to go in his coffee and talk shit. He's like, the manatee said, "Oh God." But like I said, there's only one person I actually hate. Other than that, I don't even care. Yeah. No, Shane. She was at the time she was married when this all. See, there's a lot that y'all don't even know. Trust me. Yeah, maybe I should do the show. Yeah, I should definitely do it. Well, oh shit. Okay, 48% said yes, and then 52% said no. Wow. Okay. Either way, whatever happens, happens. It is what it is. All right. So anyway, you guys, I love y'all. Shout out to all my guests. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all. There was only one person that pissed me off today, RL, who told me not to sing, but I didn't even block you for real. I was just like, whatever. I'll let you have it. Whatever. But anyway, I love you guys. Be safe out there. Love one another. Um, it's good to be back home. My dad dropped me off at the airport and I got a little emotional just because I hadn't seen my dad in a long time, and these moments in my latter years I more appreciate, and I'm blessed to be able to say like, hey, my parents are still alive, they're still around, and I think sometimes as human beings we take that for granted. So love on your parents, you guys. Shout out to all the Afro Latinos out there. Shout out to Cammy. Shout out to Ronnie. Shout out to Miss ATL Stan because she liked to hate on me, but I still love her either way. Shout out to Melanie Jones. Thank you for holding it down for the mods. Stephanie, I know you're still looking for your mod stick. You worked. Hey, that $50 helped. I ain't gonna- you know, you know. Um, Did this dude say latter years like he ain't? Now, don't be telling my age. Now, you ain't gotta say all that. Don't be telling my age. Shout out to all the spiritual people. Shout out to the Christians out there. Christians can still be spiritual. Yeah, shout out to everybody. Yeah, I love y'all, but we out of here. Good to be back. Wait, why am I trifling, son? Am I trifling or somebody else is trifling? I don't know. You battling? Oh, y'all cussing out Shane. Okay, that's good. I thought it was me. Y'all cussing him out. All right, I love y'all. We out of here, y'all. Deuces.